Every time you get hit, your intelligence goes down.
You're stupid.
And every time you dodge, it goes up.
The amount of damage you take is the amount it goes down by. So you take... What's your intelligence?
My
22.
intelligence is 14.
14 hit points damage. You're just like...
150 hit point damage.
Alright, we are streaming. Chuck, could you just turn the light down ever so slightly? Because we're in kind of quite a dark mood
my
now.
name, like, you
There's
said
a little
shut
metal
up.
thing
Yeah.
Yeah, shut up.
there. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Stop.
Why are you supposed
That's
to
fine,
speak?
that's fine.
I banged my head when I did.
Why? Why did you?
I don't know. I'm deliberate.
Alright.
Deliberately.
Alright, we're live on YouTube.
Yay.
We're live. I think. Yes, we're live there. That's good.
Real life. I've never done Can we move the microphone away from me?
Oh my god.
Oh no, that microphone's not being used.
Okay.
It's actually here.
Oh,
So you're just going to be loud.
Oh.
Finley, speak up.
Oh,
All right, welcome to another episode of Every Tenday where Dad plays D&D with his kids.
Yellow.
hello.
Okay. We rejoin the action. Until moments before. Maybe some 10, 20 minutes before, actually. You had been miles beneath the surface of the earth. Some 1400 years back in time. Miles beneath the earth. Working in service for Nal Targun, the great dwarven city. One of three of a triad of cities that make up the greatest dwarven kingdom known as Taraeon. There, far beneath the surface, you had been in what is known as service. That is cleanup duty. Where the great artifact... Oh, I'm sorry, Finn. Yeah, is this not exciting enough for you?
What else, janitor?
Yeah, janitors. You're just cleaning up in front of them. There's another one. Brush them into the white stuff. There beneath the surface, the great artifact, Yurishnir, crafted by the dwarves and the elves from the mighty roots of the tree that lies at the center, the heart of the volcano that the city resides within. And from this mighty root, a beam of pure, radiant, positive energy shoots down 2 miles into the depths and keeps this rift between the prime material plane, your home, the world of wonder, and the negative plane. A place of total darkness, corruption, sickness, and vile things. The Shadowfell is like a haven compared to the negative plane. The Shadowfell would be somewhere you would go and bask on holiday compared to the negative plane. And as part of your service, strange visions, strange hallucinations beset you. And you found yourself dragged through the open physical crack beneath the earth, through into a weird, tormented place. And that's where you all find yourself now, because Danae was dragged through. Whereas you, Nimblefoot, and Kilgar,
Kilgar, stay behind.
you, Nimblefoot, went through willfully. Where you found yourself is in a weird, grey, desolate landscape with walls and doors set at weird, physically impossible angles, like a weird open maze type of terrain. And there you had a clash. You did battle with a 12-foot tall monstrosity. This gargoyle-like form that you know to be a demon lord of deception. And in your efforts to try and manage the fight with this wicked creature, You, Eloins, used your magic to summon a celestial being, and to your service came Glint, unaware of who you were, but coming to your aid anyway. And for a while, the tide of battle turned back in your favor. The demon lord was pushed back, almost banished, destroyed. But then something strange happened. And this is where we rejoin. Suddenly all around, the walls, the doors start to just become disconnected from any sense of gravity. Everything starts to disconnect from the ground, from any sense of earthliness. Walls, doors just disconnect from the ground and start to float up. Rocks float up. You find yourself still on the ground, but things start to shift and change. And as this mighty golden angel is in close grappling with this huge demon lord, the energies, the shockwaves through the ground, suddenly from out of the ground, a bubbling, a great morass of bubbling, of slime and gore and odd things of which one should not speak start to come from the ground, start to ooze out and coalesce around the feet of these two battling, opposing forces, start to entwine them, start to engulf them as they struggle. As this morass, as this heaving, septic mass of coalescent evil starts to touch and wrap itself around Glint, you see this look of anguish and torment take over his face. He looks to you briefly, Danae, some 30, 40 feet away. A look of utter madness and horror takes over him. Looks briefly to your sword, to Celeste. No, my leash! And then with that, uses the last remaining of his energy to vanish. And he is gone in a flash of brilliant golden light from which this morass of seething monstrosity is a good word as well, momentarily repels from, and then it takes over the demon lord. And you hear, "You are released, my puppets. Thank you." As it takes him over and then falls down to the ground. All around, floating in the air, there are doors and walls disconnected from the ground. And a great sense of overwhelm, of anticipation, of horror begins to take over as this puddle of flesh, this enormous mound of flesh. You see within this mound of blackened flesh, sickly purple pulsating veins, eyeballs come to the surface momentarily only to be taken back in beneath the flesh. Mouths form only to go beneath. Screaming mouths erupt from all over it, along with eyeballs that pop into pussy globules, run down it, only to take on a kind of life and scurry and take form within the pores, the sphincters of this incredible, hideous mound of horrific flesh as it rises up. Tentacles start to come out from it, eyeballs, and then retreat, and then a few massive purple eyes come through as this thing rises up ahead of you. 20 feet, 30 feet, 40 feet, 50 feet tall. 50-foot long tentacles waver out. Here and there you see fetuses, baby heads, spinal cords attached to heads that and then are re-engulfed, ingested and bolts out once again. This horrific mass challenges everything that you know, challenges your very sanity. I'd like you all to make charisma saving throws, please.
Do I get +5?
Yes.
24.
20.
Okay, good. You know, on that stress box,
Yeah.
put 1 point in there.
Oh.
Just write 1 on
Oh,
stress.
I've got 23.
Whilst none of you, Nimblefoot included, are frightened, certainly not when you are within the aura and feel the celestial godly radiance of her deity shining through her, gives you some hope. You manage to keep the fear at bay. But it's more than just fear that can affect the spirits of any living being, any mortal. Horror. Just plain stress and trauma can wear away. And all these years that you have been adventuring, all these years that you have faced hideous foes, you've never ever seen anything that challenged your sanity as much as this thing that rises up in front of you right now. I'd now like everybody to roll initiative, please.
Does that point do anything?
Sorry?
Does that point?
You'll find out.
16.
16.
8.
Okay. At this thing coming up, Nimblefoot nearby goes, "My friends, wisdom!" His eyes flash white and out from him this sphere of white psychic energy extends and manages to engulf all of you. And as the blast wave of psychic energy takes over you, you hear echoing in your mind, wisdom, 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 as it echoes through you. You will have advantage on intelligence, wisdom, or charisma saves for the next 10 minutes.
Okay, great.
Nimblefoot is going. He actually doesn't, because he needs to be within 30 feet of you. So he runs over and is slightly behind, but between the two of you as you face. So it is you two in front, this hideous mass, Nimblefoot just behind you, but you can feel the sudden extra strength at the moment. It is this terrifying monstrosity's go. With that, okay, you got 24, you got 20, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. The thing retracts somewhat. Everything starts to slow down. So as you're looking at it, and it's this huge mass, there is nothing but screams, torment, anguish, and infinite horror coming and erupting from this thing. Twistedness, corruption, everything about this says to you of things being twisted from their right way. And as you look at it, suddenly everything slows down. The walls around you float almost so slowly that they seem to just be hovering in space. Some of the rocks that have gone up stop in midair. The thing retracts. Bubbles of bile and bloody morasses of blacks and reds are left behind in a trail. But it also leaves some other objects, forms of matter, in the sludge and slag trail as it retreats some 20 feet. It leaves behind in its slime these forms that seem to shiver, tremble somewhat, pulsate here and there, until one of them seems to plop over, roll over on itself. And from this glistening form, for it is very dark here, there is not much in the way of natural light, a head raises up from this form as if it were prone on its back. And you see coming out ichor and gore coming off of it. The petrified face, I mean literal petrification, not stone, I mean it is terrified and anguished. You see this, you do not see this. Of the friend that died to protect you, Zanlin is there, looks around, sees you. You help me now! You must help me now, please! You must help! I'd like you to roll D100, please. Hey! Screams endlessly at you.
78.
78.
Yes.
So maddened by you, by this image, you drop to your knees, hands in head. This is real to you. It is beyond frightening. It is traumatizing to you. You look upon your friend screaming out for you, these tendrils still holding him back and dragging him along as he screams, "Not more here! Not more here!" Like this, as he is being dragged. And as you do this, so maddened are you, you shake your head, you seem unable to even blink your eyes, and you just start grabbing at the earth and trying to eat it, anything to try and like dampen, to take away this vision. You just start just pushing in your face corrupted mud and dust and stones. You feel several of your teeth break, and the pain is a welcome relief. The pain is heaven compared to this torture you look upon. Danae,
Yeah.
as these forms bubble and turn over, one of them rises up, and it is a small girl getting up. And as she comes out of the mire and the gore and it pops, you hear the most piercing scream coming out endlessly over and over. Just, "Ah! Ah!" And she turns and looks at you. "Ah! Ah! Like this, just screaming. As she does that, suddenly the scream is stifled. "Ah!" And maggots just start piling like this. I'd like you to roll D100. It is Ellie.
96.
96.
Yeah.
You fall unconscious. It is too much for you. And at the sight of this, you are unconscious. You are incapacitated. You drop whatever you are holding. You're holding both swords.
Yeah.
You drop them both.
Okay.
You automatically fail strength and dex saving throws. Attack rolls against you are automatic critical hits. Okay? Okay. That is just the beginning of Dolgaloth's go. Now she is going... Now, this aspect of the goddess, not her entire power, not her entire form, that would be tormenting beyond anything a mortal mind could take, but this aspect of the god, some portion of her power made manifest, now takes delight in attacking you both. First attack comes at you. That's a 23 to hit.
It's a crit, isn't it?
Yep, that's a crit. You take... How's your hit points looking? Okay, you take 40 bludgeoning damage. And I've done the halving for you, 13 necrotic. As one of these tentacles of viscous, veiny, pore-ridden tentacles bashes into you, and where it touches you, you don't even know this because you're unconscious, where it touches you, rot seeps into you. Another tentacle goes for you, Eloin. Oh, natural one. Misses. You, as you're eating the dirt, you literally fall back. It literally said, this is the only one that's weird. 76 to 90 to 80 is you start eating whatever is to hand. You just start eating shit, right? You're so engrossed in this process, you fall back and just start eating, and the tentacle, even a god can miss, and a natural one misses. The third tentacle, 1 to 3 you, 4 to 6 you, 6 goes for you.
Thanks.
27 to hit.
No, that misses.
Okay. That's 22 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
Plus, you're resistant to necrotic, aren't you?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good job, because I rolled real high. 24, 31, half, 2, 15 points of necrotic.
Okay.
And because you're unconscious, I'd like and a charisma save, please. You get advantage.
Yeah.
You no longer have your +5 because she's unconscious.
Great.
Oh.
5.
Rolled a 2 and a 3.
What did you roll for? Sorry?
5.
5. As this thing hits you, you go tumbling along the ground, through the mire, through the fecal, bulbous, pus-like landscape that it is quickly turning into. This is hell. This is beyond hell. And as you go tumbling across the ground some 5-10 feet, I won't say you're prone, you still manage to kind of, in your tumbling, retain your... Just give me an acrobatics check.
Tuesday.
5.
Okay, yeah, you're not prone. Zanlin's screams at you and his pleas for you to save him from where he's been ever since he fell. His agonized, absolute pleading with you to save him paralyzes you with fear. You are paralyzed. Eloin, it's your go. You can make another charisma save at the beginning of your turn, I will say.
Is there anything else I can do while paralyzed?
Well, you can make this save.
Advantage. 20.
You remain paralyzed.
You need to make that save.
No. Oh, okay.
Okay, so
How long am I
incapacitated
paralyzed for?
means you can't take actions, bonus actions, or reactions. Yeah, you can't.
How long am I paralyzed for?
Every round you check for it.
I can't succeed.
Well,
So you're just paralyzed. Okay, great. Okay.
unless Tenday can come to, or Nimblefoot can help in some way. Tenday,
I'm unconscious.
yep. Give me a charisma save. With advantage.
26.
Okay, you come to, and I'll give you your round.
Oh, okay. Alright. Okay. I'll,
Still, as you come to, the screaming enters your mind,
yeah.
and there is Ellie.
I'll use my, movement to go over to Elwyn,
Okay.
to just stand near him.
All right.
And then my action, I'm going to cast the Death Ward on myself.
Death ward.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. You do also have your paladin thing to be able to remove a magical effect. Remember, to end an effect on somebody.
Oh yeah, but I don't know if that's a spell effect.
Is it a spell effect?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
You got cleansing touch.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
a
the
spell
spell
effect.
effect.
That's what we're talking about. Okay, no worries.
Wait, so is the para?
It's a magical effect. It's not a spell. So no, I won't
Okay.
work on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is that the end of your go?
Yes.
Okay. Top of the round. Nimblefoot used psychic backlash. So God damn. Nimblefoot rush it will leap over to you, Eloin. Yes. As an action, you touch one creature and remove one of the following conditions: blinded, deafened, paralyzed. Leaps over, puts his hand on you. We need you, my friend! And you find yourself back.
Okay.
No two of these conditions work at the same time, so you're no longer eating dirt. Alright? That's Nimblefoot's action, bit of his movement.
No, let's stay.
It's Dolgoloth's go. Ellie. Screaming, screaming, screaming. Maggots coming out of her mouth. Suddenly looks up at you and then just runs towards you and attacks you twice. 28 and 26 to
Yeah.
hit. She runs to you screaming. How would Danae respond to this?
Really just start screaming.
Okay, she just runs through, just going, help, 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 help! Starts climbing up you. Help, you must help, you must help, you must help! And plunges her hands into your eyes and rips your eyes out.
Oh. Okay.
She plucks your eyeballs from your very skull, ripping them out. Danae's high-pitched scream
Okay.
fills the air as you take 45 points of, I don't know what damage you would call that,
Ripping damage. Okay.
as she plucks them, and all you hear is her crying with utter sorrow, going, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry! What you see is Ellie staggering back, holding Danae's eyeballs.
She got no saving
The glow slowly goes in the eyes. You are standing there, screaming, high-pitched, your eyes plucked from your very socket. She goes, stumbles back. You see this, and then just falls into the goo and is engulfed. Funny thing happens. In the seconds of the bright, searing pain, you do not see darkness. You see light. You have true sight, don't you? What is that as a result of?
I think it was a boon.
Did you select it as a boon?
Yeah.
You sure?
Hang on. No.
No, it's
It's
just
because
a
I'm a
paladin.
paladin and it's part of my oath.
Okay. As the searing pain echoing round and round in your head, you've been wounded before, and this hurts. But it is not dark. Your true sight still remains. Only as you do this and as you see it look around, you see things differently. We'll talk more about this on your turn. You have no eyes.
Okay.
Oh god.
Eloin, it's your go. What would you like to do?
Okay, I'm gonna. Where is everyone?
Danae is right next to you. This
Where's Nimblefoot?
horrible. You're all standing pretty close to each other.
Okay, I'm gonna do plane shift to the material plane
Okay.
in the.
Dolgoloth uses 9th level counterspell to.
I'll just counterspell that. Oh, can I counterspell that?
Well, she's casting it. Now, firstly, I got to ask you, because all your 9th level slots are gone, right?
All my 8th. I'll try 7.
So you're doing. So you've got no 9 or 8th level slots, right?
No.
So you're doing plane shift at 7th level.
No, that's
No,
not
with your
spell.
staff. Okay. She casts counterspell at 9th level.
Okay, I just absorb that into my stuff. Then.
Right, good. Let's look this up. Let's get this.
That's not a spell, by the way.
Let's see. Well, I don't know whether counterspell's targeting the spell, not you.
Yeah,
Hang on. Let's look it up. Let's just look up and see. Because QRS.
I did it before in the combat before.
Okay. I just want to be sure. Okay, when no creature casts a spell that targets only you, what I'm just going to check with counterspell is whether that thing where you are targeting a person with it, okay?
Okay.
You alright?
Yeah.
Great, okay. I thought you'd come off to Kai then. Okay. You attempt to interrupt a creature in the process of casting a spell. If the creature is casting a spell of 3rd level, okay. One reaction which you take when you see a creature within 60 feet of you casting a spell. Spell absorption. You can use your reaction when another creature casts a spell that targets only you.
I can cast that.
Okay. I hope you've been accurate. How many charges have you got in the staff currently?
35.
Okay. So, are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've
So-
done what's it called? I can't remember what the thing is.
So you're taking, how many charges does Plane Shift use?
7.
7. Okay, so down to 35 from that. Add 9. So you're up to 44. Where on the prime material do you want to go?
In the
Sorry?
Back in the thingy.
Back at the bottom?
If we try and leave that thing, the thing will destroy us.
What about in the what about where we sleep?
Let's go to the Celestial man.
Make an Arcana check.
Okay, now 30.
30.
Mm-hmm.
You know with how Orion magic, that there is a considerable risk with this. All I'm going to say to you is, are you willing to take that risk? I'm not going to tell you what the risk is, but you know enough. You are smart enough. You are one of the magi. You know enough to know with how magic has been going funky, even with her commune spell. It seems like the higher level the magic, the more funky it gets. And all I'm going to say, in these moments, as you touch your friends and go to bang your staff on the ground, you pause for a millisecond to consider what you're about to do. You're in the negative plane. Plane shift should get you out of this plane. You know that. You also know that this is very high level magic you're dealing with. I'm just going to ask you.
Well, we have no other choice.
Is you do that almost in slow motion. You're like you see the rift back some. I'd put it about 40 feet behind you. And
Wait, I thought the rift closed up.
no, it didn't close up. It's still there.
Okay.
You're not in a dreamland. The rift is very real. This is where all the evil comes
We
through.
can't all get there because
Okay, look. You could just teleport us over to there.
Okay.
It's up to you. I don't want to make you right. I just want to double. I would just say, with your intelligence, there will be dice rolling ramifications if you cast especially a transportation spell.
What if I cast teleportation just over to the rift, above the rift, so we will fall into it?
Yeah, it's something you have to navigate. It's not a thing that you can just fall into it. You can certainly try. You can do whatever you like.
Shift. I don't think so.
You can do plane shift?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Just aim for the prime material. That's
Yeah.
Okay. Eloin, in this moment of heroism, I'd like you to flip the coin. Flip it well, please.
No. Oh, dragon. That's good, right?
No, it's not good.
Oh.
Okay.
It's not heroism, it's desperation.
You go to do this, you feel this beast do the most powerful counter spell against it, which you take into the staff as well. The energies that are being used here, the disruption, challenges even your great arcane ability. As you, where do you want to go?
The
prime material.
prime material plane. Where's what the thing we're in?
Terrain. Just terrain.
At the bottom of the
Yeah. Sure,
yeah.
that's where Kilgar is.
You just want to be back there.
Yes.
Okay.
Anywhere's better.
That's where you think of, and the staff takes it, and you BAM! As the multicolored oyster shell rainbow of colors engulfs you. I'd like you to roll a d6 for me, please.
2.
Okay. That's probably the best one, but it's not good. But it is probably still the best one. This time, as the energies come down to transport you, seemingly not that far away, but in planar terms, you are dimensionally infinite distance away. There is something about the energy that is corrupted. There is something about this planar transportive magic that is wrong. In an instant, you do find yourself rocketed away down the tunnel. This journey always takes a while. Maybe it's seconds, maybe it's minutes, who knows. But this time, amongst it, you see these fleeting dark things in the tunnel, laughing at you, things tormenting your mind, hideous, anguish-filled images of your parents, those that you love, your sister being skinned alive.
Can I see them?
You can see all of this.
Okay.
But to you, it appears as gold glitter in your mind. Almost as if it's like everything is made of gold dust. So you see images, but without color.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
All right. You're all going to take some damage. What Kilgar sees in gold dragon form is this rainbow almost stuttering, because within the rainbow colors there is dark, purplish, blackish energy as well, as it, and you land not smoothly, you land with a jolt and with both bludgeoning and necrotic damage that will be coming your way. First, let's deal with the bludgeoning, since that's easy to deal with. .28 bludgeoning damage as you land and go along the floor, back at the bottom of the cavern. The necrotic damage $30, half to 15 for both of you.
Okay.
As you land, you still feel wetness pouring down your face. Wetness, just like, and the agony now is more like a dull throb. It's just a boof through your whole head as you land. Have you still got like your red cloak, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say you rip a strip off and tie this red. What?
Nothing.
It's a brilliant trope. Come on.
Yeah.
You don't like it?
No. I don't like the way I have eyes.
You start to wrap this red strip. You are lacerated. You have, where the tentacles hit you, this black, growing, putrescent, necrotic wound. Both of you have these on you. As you land. Back where you were some hour or so before.
My eyes.
Tenday, you've got blood pouring all down.
My eyes.
You see Tenday, her red hair, red blindfold around her face, blood quickly drying, scars her perfectly white skin.
I'm gonna run up and do mend wounds. I'm gonna spend 6 side points, and I'm gonna do heal her.
I'm going to, for the big wound, I'll can I spend, is it infected with?
You don't know.
Okay, well.
You got 33 hit points back.
Oh, thanks.
Kilgar comes over. My friends, look at you. Look at your girl. He takes you in his golden claws. Oh, lass, your eyes. Does your head look towards him? see this beautiful gold dragon's face, but it is moving. It is like made of radiance. You see him truly, and overlapped almost with the face of the dragon is Kilgar's smiling dwarven form as well. But all of it is this myriad of, it's like it's made of radiance. As Elwyn came over, you see, what do you think she would see if she saw you with true sight, without real eyes, and could only perceive you through radiant true sight?
She sees like this coalescent of energy, which is my staff. Like that's like kind of part of me now. So it's like this purple light that all flows through me, and then some like psionic energy like around the head area, and then different like dots of light, which are all of the like spells that I know floating through me.
Nice. How do you think the undeath would show up?
Be like
to a paladin with true sight.
A bit of like a mist, like a black mist that like kind of surrounds everything.
You see your friend in a way you've never seen before. So he comes over to you, puts his hand on your face. See his hand come on this white light, and that's how you perceive him.
Oh, so how do I perceive surroundings?
Make a perception check and let's see.
12.
How do you think you would see your surroundings? You cannot see the visual spectrum anymore, but you still have true sight. That goes beyond the physics of the eyes. You're still able to perceive.
I don't know.
Okay. I think it would look like a gently, in the prime material, gently, slowly shifting light. Everything looks like shades of gold.
So can I not see details?
You can see detail.
So like I could read something?
You can certainly try.
I'll take out one of my... I don't have a book.
I will say this. You now can perceive magic. You can perceive magic completely. So you see, as Elwyn described, you see his staff, but it almost, in its pure arcane energy, you don't see the physical of anything anymore.
Right. So, okay.
Don't get frustrated. It's okay. We'll get there. This is new. Yeah.
Oh, can I have a book, Ellen?
Which?
Just a book. I just want to see like.
I hand her my spell book.
Okay.
It's not even a big deal. I'm gonna try and read the book.
Okay. As you take this book, firstly, what would a spell book look like if you couldn't see it physically?
It'd be just like the symbol of each spell, like just each instead of pages, it would just be like this.
There's runes all around it floating in the air as well. These runes that you don't understand at all. You see it as pure magic, and as you open the pages, it's less that you see words, you perceive meaning. It is unclear. It happened only moments ago, and you are still struggling to come to terms with this. But you perceive everyone. You look to Nimblefoot and you see bright white hair formed of almost pure psychic energy, and a kind but sorrowful smile as he looks upon you and puts his hand on your shoulder. He comes down, he says, "He'll be okay." Puts his hand on your chest, he says, "He'll be okay. We'll get you home. We'll use that crazy ring of yours. We'll grow you some new eyeballs." Okay? You'll be alright. Can you see? Can you perceive?
Yeah. Yes, I can. Kind of.
How many fingers am I holding up? You can perceive. You can perceive too.
2.
Well, that's the craziest thing I ever saw.
She's even got the thing over her eyes.
Really take it after my deity.
Okay, in terms of reading,
Yeah.
You can no longer read.
Okay.
Because that requires physically seeing ink on a page.
Yeah.
Okay? So you can't read.
So I can only see stuff that like has energy. So how do I see surroundings then? Does that?
Well, everything has energy in this world. You perceive. It's not as clear cut. It's not like you see this, you can't see that. All you know is you can't read.
Okay.
You can't see words, but you can see things.
Yeah.
Okay. Like you even see, like you can see Nimblefoot's daggers, but as an energy, as magic within them.
Okay.
And the metal itself has energy, but everything seems to rotate and move and shift in different forms. It will take you a while. This only happened moments ago, okay?
Okay. I didn't pick up my swords. So.
Shit.
We'll get them back to now. There's a spell I know for that.
I could go.
No. I just need a diamond and we can get them. Gate.
Sabrina, that's okay?
Yes, we're worried about you right now, don't
I'll be okay.
we? You better be.
You're also highly shaken up inside from the vision that you saw. The two of you seem beset by a strange insanity in there. What was that? I have not seen a foe like that since. Well, over 50 years. I told you once of a foe that Mistrider and I fought, named simply Vile, was the name we gave it. That encounter still haunts me.
How did you kill it?
I don't know whether we did, honestly. We simply destroyed some aspect of it, sent it back to whatever pit it came from.
I don't know how we're gonna get rid of this. We couldn't even do anything.
It caught us off guard that time. Next time we'll have the upper hand.
Whatever that was, it cannot get through. It must not get through. I worry about your weapons.
Yeah. Phyllis, yeah.
I doubt such a creature will simply leave them lying around. Only moments have gone by. We could go back through.
Do not.
It's not worth it, Nimblefoot.
Alan, you said you could do.
I can cast gates and that can, summon something.
Wait, so it can bring them here, or does it just open up a gate and you can grab them?
I'll leave my spell for it, so I can.
Okay.
Doesn't say on the spell card. Something like that.
I'm surely if it just opens a gate, you could just open it right by them and just grab them.
Yeah, I'll have to have. It will. We can't do it now because
time is up. They're gonna take the sword.
I don't have enough energy to.
Imagine a slow pull-out as four friends huddle together in this place of hell. All but for this huge column of shimmering light not too far away. The rest of the long day passes. There's the three of you, Kilgar patrolling in his dragon form, beating back what few other things are coughed up through the rift, whilst the column of light does its job. Hours pass, spirits are low, as the lift comes down.
Love it and the lift.
You get in, and slowly, blood-soaked blindfold and tattered and ragged with the horrors you've seen this day, you retreat some mile up from the floor of the rift to what I imagine is some kind of long rest you're hoping for.
Yeah.
Let's see whether you get one. I'd like a Constitution saving throw.
Um,
6.
Charlotte, are you okay?
Yeah.
9.
Are you deeply unhappy with what's happened to Tenday?
Yeah.
Okay.
9.
9.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there anything you would like to do or have happen during this long rest?
Just try and, treat my wounds with psionics.
Okay. And you?
I just want to sleep.
Okay. You both get a long rest. Are you unhappy in this world?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Do you need a moment?
No.
You okay? Okay, good.
In the morning, I go over to Tenday.
All right. You get out of your basic kind of canvas cot and go over to hers.
Do I?
Yeah.
I could try and... Can I try and give you your eyes back?
Okay. If you
I'm
want
gonna
to.
use-
I mean, yes.
I'm going to use Wish to replicate the spell Regenerate.
All right. Oh, I thought that was going to be fun with the blind. Oh, that's so boring. All right. Yeah, indeed. All right. You use the most powerful spell you have to cast Regenerate. And
After 2 minutes, your eyes are back.
it is painful as it grows back, searing, but also soothing, as you feel in a matter of minutes. Well, how do you think it would go down?
It'd be like, I'd just lay my hand on her forehead and golden energy washes through her, she regains hit points, not that she's lost any. And then just like, slowly these rays of light just sparkle around until they coalesce in her eye sockets and begin reforming.
All right. It is painful. You're almost frightened to open your eyes. Because for your long, dark night's sleep, it was not dark. You constantly saw. Constantly saw visions around you, and now physical vision returns. You dare to take off your blindfold. With eyes shut, You're almost scared, like a new baby opening its eyes for the first time. They are perfectly restored. The skin, the blood, everything removed. You tremble slightly as you look to open your eyes.
2020.
And as you do, her entire eyes are glowing.
Whoa.
There is no pupil or iris anymore.
Oh, why?
The entire ball within there glows with radiant light.
Oh.
You see normally. And also into the ethereal plane, obviously, and in the way that your true sight allows. And some extra effect has occurred, such that your eyes now always glow.
Wait, so like even the what? It's just.
It's all radiance. It's Captain Marvel, you know what I mean? It's like you have radiant
Yeah.
eyes, which normally only used to happen when you would pop wings. Now it is your default.
Can you see where I'm looking?
There is an ever so slight, you can see the ever so slight impression of irises. If you look really closely, there is a slight
Like
shift.
with Luna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy?
You got glowing eyes.
I mean, define happy. We need to get. I mean,
Is
thanks,
any of my
Owen.
wounds still here?
You seem well healed.
I'm just freaked out
You
about
both seem well healed.
that Ellie had in my eyebrows. It's not funny. Okay.
They're still out there.
I know. Okay. Alright, what are we gonna do, guys?
Right, let's just do our jobs.
How many days do we have left?
My swords are in there. I don't know what. Because I literally. How am I gonna fight if I don't have swords? And Celeste, I need to get Celeste back.
For a time, you could like summon your sword to your hand and you'll do that.
I can't do that now.
Okay, you have 12 days left. You don't know what that was yesterday, remember? But it was some wretched evil beyond anything you've experienced. And that trepidation you feel is real about going back down there.
How are you gonna get my sword? Just maybe we should try date.
I don't have the material.
What do you need?
Diamond or 5,000 gold pieces.
I don't have that.
Maybe you can try and convince them to let us after.
They don't seem to care. Like, people die down here and they don't care.
Yeah, but they will care if their entire civilization is going to be destroyed.
Well, how do we know that's gonna happen? What do you mean?
We do know their
Oh,
entire.
yeah. Yeah, but it's not like we could just explain that to them. Maybe we could send something else down there to get them, like I don't know. I mean, a familiar couldn't do that, but can we summon anything else? Can you make a simulacrum?
I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna pick up a stone off
Yeah.
the ground, and I'm gonna. Should I do this? I cast True Polymorph on the rock,
Okay.
and I'm gonna turn it into a sword.
Okay.
And it's gonna make a sword out of it, and
Great. Okay, you do that.
it doesn't say anything about it not having to be magical. It doesn't say anything that like you can't make this a magical.
No, that would be an enchantment though. You can't use polymorph to make a magic item. You can certainly make the appearance of a magical item.
Thank you, but I need to get those ones back.
We can't get them.
Listen, Celeste needs to be retired. I can't just leave her in there. I can't just replace
We're
them
going
both.
to get her. We just can't get her right now.
But we don't know what's going to happen to them.
Okay.
They're like really good swords, and
Is that how Tenday talks?
as in they're very goodly swords. They're radiant. They're holy.
Okay,
and
I agree with all this. I don't.
Yeah, everyone agrees with you.
Right. So what I'm saying is we should send something into there to get them.
Okay. I cancel the spell.
Okay.
Midway through. Okay. I'm gonna turn the objects, and I'm gonna create the a.
Nimblefoot looks to you and he says, "Make me into one of them."
You want to make? I'll make you.
No, make me into one of them. One of those things.
Why? Why
I can go in there.
Why would we risk you if we could just make something to go in there for us?
Make what?
We could make.
What makes you think they're just lying on the ground where they were dropped?
We could make like a priest or something, or like a priest of some evil goddess or something. Or we could make you.
I've got nothing. I've meditated all morning to think if there was anything I can do.
I'm gonna.
Best I can do is swap places with somebody.
Can't you? Why don't you cast Simulacrum?
I'm gonna do True Polymorph, and I'm gonna turn this rock into a diamond worth 5,000 gold pieces.
Wait, can you do that for spell component? It's True Polymorph.
I'll allow it. But that'll be your second 9th level slot of the day. So then you won't be able to cast Gate. Hang on, a diamond? That's all we need? That's what this is about?
Gate, it requires a diamond to open.
But how? They're not just going to be lying on the floor, so we can't just grab them.
It's not. It makes a portal directly to where they are. So then we can just figure out a
It's
plan.
not going to let something through.
We'll set up some sort of ward.
What ideas do you have?
Right, so you said something about a ward. I can do a spell that like doesn't let anything into it.
Great. I'm gonna make that diamond.
Hang on.
I think it's.
Wait. Cast Drawmage's instant summons with Wish.
What can that do? When I need actually. I love Wish because you don't need components, so it completely ruins spells like Clone.
Wait, Drawmage's instant summons?
Yeah.
You touch an object weighing 10 pounds or less, whose longest dimension is 6 feet or less. That's weird wording. The spell leaves an invisible mark on its surface and invisibly. Okay, this is really weird wording.
Okay, inscribes the name of the item on the sapphire you use as the material component. You needed to have touched it.
He's touched it before, has he not?
You touch it as part of the spell casting. He needs to have touched it.
Oh.
How about I just make.
Okay, so we could.
Can we summon anything to us? Like, this is the thing. We need to.
Use your miracle.
What?
Use your miracle with your god.
What miracle?
Charlotte, this is what I mean. Keep up to date with your abilities.
Come on.
Every day.
Oh yeah.
Could have done that yesterday.
Okay, hang on.
That's what I mean about your powers, guys. You've got to try and keep up with it. I know there's a
It's
lot.
not called miracle. It's. Do you mean?
Yeah.
Charlie, you're being well grumpy. Why are you being so grumpy?
not.
You fucking well. You're talking to Eloin. He's trying to help you. Like,
I'm just
what?
role-playing.
He's
No,
literally
I'm
working
not,
so
I'm not.
hard to try and help you. Yeah. Are there? Okay, so Gate, in order to. Right, you're 1/9 level slot down anyway by restoring her eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just looking at my.
Divine intervention.
Roll your portent for the day.
We know what happened last time I did this, though.
You went. Wow.
I thought that was commune.
That was commune.
That was commune,
That was
Yeah.
horrible.
but I think yeah.
Has divine intervention worked?
No,
Yeah.
no, it hasn't.
You did one thing with it.
It hasn't worked. And communes work.
Oh, that was it. We just rolled so many dragons.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. I'll try divine intervention.
Describe what you have to do.
You can call on your duty to intervene.
Fed up.
I'm not. I've just got pressure in my chest.
Okay.
You can call on your duty to intervene on your behalf when your need is great. Using your action, describe the assistance you seek. DM chooses the nature of the intervention. Roll percentage dice if the result is equal to or lower than your paladin level plus the total of your charisma modifier and your wisdom modifier. Your duty intervenes.
So that's 21 plus what's your charisma modifier?
5 plus
26.
4.
So 30%. Nearly a 1 in 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Right, I'll sit down. Cross my legs. Close my eyes.
come on into the elevator. There you go. Come on.
Oh.
The wardens start coming through. Come on. Chot chot. You're in service. Course, you four only got, what, 12 days left, a little over a Tenday. Good job you don't have to do this every Tenday like I do. Roll credits.
What's the name of it?
Come on, into the elevator, just as you're like trying to get ready. Come on, up you get,
Okay.
in you go.
Ah. No, we had to fight demons down there.
Oh yeah, it's worse than
We
demons
went
down there.
into
They ripped my eyes out.
the rift.
All right, well, you got anything to report to upstairs?
Yeah,
Yes.
we went into a rift and there was this big.
You went through the rift.
Yes.
Yeah, we got pulled through.
Ah, well, that's not good.
No.
It wasn't good.
As I said, there was massive thing. Ripped
It
my
was
eyes
made of
out.
slime.
Okay, you make a persuasion check. You're not trying to be persuasive. You're just talking like a child. So,
Ah. 11.
oh, you know, it all goes down on the daily log. We'll let them know upstairs.
Are you okay?
What? You got a complaint, lass?
No, I'm just worried. I don't want this to come through, and you know,
What do you mean this? There's all sorts comes through, love.
this is different than the other things we've seen.
Well, what do you mean?
It is just it just like it's massive and just moving, and it makes you see stuff. And
The Nightwalkers?
no,
No, they're nothing. I've already
We
set up a
couldn't even-
spell
we
that
couldn't
destroys them as soon as they come through.
we couldn't even hit this thing.
Oh.
I'm just saying maybe put a little more emphasis on it in the report.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
If you want me, I can show you what it looks like.
18.
Nah, yeah, all right. We'll see something big. What came through?
No, it was on the other side.
You went to the other side, you see.
Yes.
Don't be doing that. I can't believe... I mean, look, no one comes back, so I imagine you're probably just a little, you know...
No, do you want me to show you it?
Aye, alright, lad. Go on.
I cast, Wait, I haven't prepared my spell, so I guess I'll just put this as one of them. Mirage Arcana.
That's for, like, land.
Okay, well, I guess
Isn't
not
it?
that one. I don't
I can do minor illusion.
Okay, go on, then.
No, that's stupid. No.
Okay, I'll make a little version of it.
Okay, you do that.
Wait, I've got good spells.
Eloin is thinking about what spell to cast, and you just make a little illusion.
But it's massive.
Oh, Jesus. Alright. Roll persuasion again with advantage.
Okay. Um, 26.
What's that?
26.
We need to get this up to the Oath Keepers. Alright. Go about your duties. You've not got long left.
Okay, thank you. Right, we'll get in the elevator.
Alright. You get
How's
in the
that?
elevator, and you begin your mile-long descent back down to the rift.
Is Kaz there?
Kaz is not there, no.
He died.
Did anyone see Kaz this morning? Did we see him this morning?
No. Well, you don't know.
Did he get on the elevator?
You've been... No.
He just stayed downstairs.
Did he? Did we? Oh, shoot.
Did he get pulled through?
That's not funny.
Okay.
Kilgar, while you were left up at the top on the other side, did you see Kaz?
I don't know, love. Oh, no, he's in Dwarven form. I don't know, love. Look, when you went through, you three went through, 3 of them things come through.
Oh.
So I had to deal with them.
Only 3 came through.
Aye.
Right, so I don't think he went through then.
He's just still down there.
Why did he do that? Do you think he needs help?
Alright, the elevator begins its long, clunking journey. Is there anything you want to think about or do on this?
No.
Okay. Prepare your paladin spells for the day. You get clear on which ones you want to have ready. Be careful with such things. Be conscious of your choices. Choose well. Nice emotional start to it, Charlotte.
Yeah. I was less upset about the fact that I had no eyes and more upset about the fact that Ellie ripped them out.
Yeah. She ripped them out and then ran off crying
Yeah.
with your idols.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what correct.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
Careful. Look at you pouring that. You're pouring that like a maniac.
It would have
Right.
been cool to have blindfold
Let's
on.
have some.
But regenerate.
I so wanted you to have a blindfold, right? To regenerate. I hate Wish. I'm banning Wish.
You could have made it go wrong.
What's that?
You could have made it go wrong.
You
Yeah,
can't
it was
do
a
that.
They
powerful spell,
explode
actually.
after one
You
day.
can't do that with spells.
Well, no, but the thing... No, I can. I can do anything now. I'm back in time. But that is part of the reason your eyes are glowing now.
Because it went weird.
Yeah, it's just right. No, all spells over about 3rd level have slightly funny effects. That's why Commune went mental.
Sorry.
All right.
Divine Smite.
Are you doing anything on your way down?
Sitting down.
Okay.
Wait, can you send things, Kaz?
Yeah.
Could you just do that quickly?
As
Where are you? We didn't see you.
where are you? We didn't see you on.
You using it?
Yeah.
Okay. You got it
Elevator.
prepared?
Yeah.
Okay. Take your 3rd level slot off. I want you guys taking your spell preparation very seriously, please. All right.
I've always got it prepared. It's one of my signatures.
Oh yeah.
And I can cast it for free actually, so I won't use it as spell slot.
Okay, so you send Kaz. Go for it.
Yo. Kaz, we didn't see you on the elevator. Not three-way elevator. Are you still down there, you fool? Okay.
I do not have to answer to you. You who leave so readily. But I'm okay. That's it. All right. The elevator lands on the base.
Okay, we'll get out.
So begins your 18th day in service to Nal Tagdun. What are you doing this day?
Okay. Wait, I'm fighting stuff. Is there anything to kill?
It's not a video game, Charlotte. What are you doing when you arrive at the bottom there?
I've got no weapons.
I'm gonna go over to the little hut we have
Yes.
with Elowen. Elowen, come with me.
By the way, you'll have noticed by now that when you come down in the morning, there's another elevator going up.
It says people overnight.
Well, it's not... Night and day doesn't really mean much down here.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I see the people on that lift?
No.
They must pass at some point.
Yeah, but it's a vast chamber. It's vast.
I might try and wave over at it.
Sure, you wave over at
Do I
it.
see anyone waving back?
No.
I'm
I'm just saying, it's not left unattended overnight or anything. All right. What are you doing? You go into the hut.
I'm thinking about how I'm gonna get my swords back. Oh no, I was gonna do the thing. Right, I'm gonna sit down,
Yes.
cross my legs, close my eyes, and I'm gonna just try and connect with Caladius.
All right.
Caladius, hear me. I have been separated from the instruments I used to exact your justice. I ask that you help me retrieve them. Please.
Roll percentage.
Wait, what am I trying to get?
Under
30 or less.
No.
Okay. She does not hear you this day.
Okay.
Nimblefoot gives you a dagger, +1 dagger, to defend yourself
Thank you.
with. Because it's a finesse weapon, if you want to use
I've
your
got my rogue, yeah.
you want to use your dexterity as the to hit thing alternative to your strength, you may. It's up to you. The day passes with some light skirmishes and scuffles with some of the putrescence that leaks through. It is of minor consequence. It is a long, hot, spiritless day. Day 19. Now these days seem to sort of start to blur into one. Just over and over, the lethargy and the hopelessness, this horrific duty that you fulfill. Day 19, you come down. Do you want to try again?
Mm-hmm.
Can you try every day? Is it a once a day thing?
I think it's once per long rest.
Okay, great.
I'll try again and I'll.
You
say
get a
the
long
same
rest. The next day passes, you try the same thing on arrival at the bottom. Please, please bring me my swords.
thing. 33. 33. Yeah.
You become more and more anxious and worried. What would it mean to Danae if those swords were lost for her forever?
Well, for Celeste, she's just thinking, I mean, she's always had a connection with that sword, so the loss of it would just be devastating, and she knows where it must be in the timeline as well, thinking about all that. And she'll be able to lose something that is so holy, and to like something so corrupted, it just is wrong. So she very much wants to get them back.
Day 20. And before you leave on day 20, another day, you are now all of you sweaty, dirty. It has been 10 days, multiple, since you bathed properly. A brackish bowl of warm water is all that's there for a quick splash. The food you eat down here even seems more and more tasteless. But you try to keep spirits up as much as you can. You are now 2/3 of your way through your duty, your service to this city. The background chanting almost of the dwarven wardens who police service. Like prison guards almost, they seem to become still kindly and polite enough. And they seem to just have the same dialogue. After this, you'll be honoured by the city, just as every other citizen. You will be free people of this city. You will enjoy its full freedoms and privileges. Everyone does their service. Continues day after day. And on day 20, the chief warden, who you showed the illusion to, comes to you and goes, "Hey, you'll be pleased to know that the elves are coming. They took your description quite seriously. It seems that the mythals going to be put up. There's been 2 days of talks about the effectiveness of service. Well done. Looks like you might have made changes around here. But they're coming, including that Dalek.
They're coming down
They're
here.
all coming. What?
They're gonna come down
I
here.
don't know. I'm not an administrator. I don't know. I'm not a bureaucrat.
Okay.
You guys are nearly there. Your journey down into the depths on day 20 commences.
We have to make sure the Dalek doesn't come down here. We have to make sure Estelad doesn't come down here.
What if we...
Okay, bear me 2 seconds. Hang on. 10.
I have no idea.
What if I change the antipathy sympathy to not allow him to come down here?
You take everything so literally. You just said that the elves are coming. That's all you. That's all you heard.
Just saying.
Okay. Day 20. Do you still want to continue?
Yes.
Attempt your divine intervention. Go for it then. 30% or less.
73.
Another long day passes. Because we had a huge combat on your arrival here, we're not going to play out any other combats at the bottom of your service. Suffice to say that due to your... How long does antipathy sympathy work?
10 days.
10 days.
Works until the end of this.
Okay, not to the end it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
I didn't cast it at the start.
You cast it on day 17, so the final 3 days there won't be any.
You can just cast it again.
But that spell works really, really well for you, and the Night Walkers are mostly seen off.
Farming.
Some of the other hideous, dark, cloaked, shadowy, putrescent things that leak through, I'd say generally speaking, you're able to dispatch them relatively easily. You suffer some days some wounds, other days not. But day 21 passes. Are you trying this every day?
Yes.
Okay, day 22.
No.
The long rest is achieved. Day 23.
No.
Day 24.
No.
Day 25.
No.
Only a third.
They're gonna be just.
Day 26.
No.
Day 27.
Yes.
Okay. On day 27,
Oh.
firstly, your antipathy, sympathy, this is the final day that your spell will
Thank you.
will
so
help
much.
the night walkers to
Kill themselves.
kill themselves in the beam of light. What you have seen happening is an increase in night walkers, and you were beginning to worry that whilst the beam that doesn't annihilate them immediately, that if they overrun the beam of light, there's this weird thing where they're able to sort of get beyond it somehow, but it holds. It holds. On day 27th, as you make your prayers deep in the depths, your bloodied magical dagger from days and days of fighting down here, all of this minor fighting, by the way, I'm giving you just some general experience for, but there's no major awards for it. It's very kind of standard combat, if you know what I mean. On this day 27th, what is the nature of your prayer? And how does it come about?
Lady, I'm just doing how I've done it every other day. Ladies, please deliver my swords back to me. Please, I'm just begging.
Okay. You beg, and there is simply the sound of the shimmer, the column of light. What do you want to do while you're down here?
Okay.
What is the nature of your patrols and or guarding? What do you do?
I will stay. I'm kind of wary of the going too near the rift because I don't want to be dragged in again. So,
Yeah.
but I will keep a wider watch from further back by the hut.
Okay, you're keeping wider watch.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check, please.
Okay.
Roll your portent for the day, please.
6.
Perception of 6. Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, I was waiting for you to give a thing, but you were rolling portent. I was like, is he going to tell me what he rolled? All right, fine. What are you doing down here?
I'm just sitting on the hut and I'm just
On top of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
just watching out.
Nice. Okay. You're on top of the hut. Nimblefoot is patrolling similarly to Kilgar, just walking, arms behind his back, just walking along like that. In some point after several hours have passed, the odd funny story shared, typically from Kilgar. So anyway, that's why the dwarves called me Killian. People always think it's because I killed a lot, but there's nothing to do with that anyway.
I wouldn't be surprised if it.
Anyway, from the far reaches where the rift opened and you were dragged through, you're at the doorway of the little hut, kind of leaning with your back against the door. Well, it's not really a door, but the entrance way.
Yeah.
Back against the stone, you look out and you see movement near the area that you were dragged through.
Guys, I saw something over there.
Nimblefoot rushes over to where you see. Over here, he's sort of within.
Right, I mean, don't get too close. That's where we were dragged in. But
Okay.
just have a look.
As you look, make another perception check, please.
No! 5.
You can't quite see. You see this, though, from out of the rift, where it is almost dark and putrid and red and pulsating. Suddenly there is a white glow. And it parts, and through the crack of the rift, this massive fissure in the ground, comes a blade, a white blade, straight and true, and it comes out from the ground all the way up, and holding it is a silver arm, and it just holds it. You see this now, unmistakably, just comes out from the ground and holds it.
Looks like it worked.
I'm gonna go over to it.
Okay, you run straight over. It's slightly larger than humanoid, the hand holding it, but a platinum silver coloured female hand holds Celeste up, straight up, like Lady of the Lake, you know?
Yeah.
Just holds it up.
Okay. Oh wait, with true sight, is it?
You see Celeste.
Okay, I'll reach out and grab it.
Okay, you reach out, the hound lets go of it, and you grab it.
Yeah, quickly.
Okay. Don't be Danae, don't be Charlotte. And the hand retreats. I imagine a tear or something rolls down your hand as your goddess serves you back
Thank you.
your sword, Celeste. Shibiel is lost.
Okay.
The Holy Avenger is lost to the negative plane and to the various fiends there. Fortunately, it is not a sentient creature in any way. It is not a thing that can think or feel, but it is of great goodliness and a sore and sad loss to the world. At that, 33 to hit.
Yeah.
Out from the rift comes this hideous tentacle. Wraps around with a 33, wraps around your feet.
I'll start.
And casts Time Stop.
Okay.
And then Dolgoloth, within Time Stop, casts Time Stop again.
Okay.
Everything around you freezes. It becomes so slow, can't even be perceived. Now, I've actually drawn these out for how many normal rounds we have. I would say, give me a perception check. You didn't get down from the top of the thing, so you make this with disadvantage. You might not even see this from across the cavern. Oh no, just give me that first roll. Give me the first roll. It's not with disadvantage. 19, okay. I would say you see something go and hit Danae's leg. That's it. That's all you see. See what Nimblefoot sees. I only rolled a 4. That sucks. Perception of 13. Okay, Nimblefoot doesn't even notice this happen.
What about Gilgar?
Kilgar's at the other end.
Okay.
Okay, so look, the way I've drawn this out, should this happen, is this is a second, right? This is what Time Stop, or this is a round, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is what Time Stop gives you, is 6.
Yeah.
But within that, she's cast Time Stop within Time Stop. So we've got a lot of time here.
Okay.
It's Inception.
Yeah.
All right. You hear all of this happens in a weird subspace. You're still here. You still are in the cavern. Everything around you has seemingly frozen in time. Celeste is in your hand, pure and true. There's nothing wrong with her. The sword has been brought back to you. But for a goddess, your goddess, for an aspect of her to be able to appear in the prime material plane in the way that she did, just as back in Nethervale, the balance must be kept in the multiverse. And so that was the chance Dolgoloth was looking for to come through. And so an aspect of her, just an arm, has come through and touched you. And you feel a great vileness, a great corruption within you. Something trying to worm its way into your brain, into your thoughts, into your psyche, into your memories, to try and work out who you are, what you're about. You feel something filtering through your memories. I would like you to make, let's start with a charisma saving throw for the horror.
27.
Okay, you feel similar to some 10 days before, this goddess trying to overwhelm you. And you recognize this as a similarly divine power, but malevolent and evil and twisted and corrupted, like nothing your soul can even bear, almost. Had you not faith, you imagine you would go insane. But you have faith. So you resist. Okay. It's a DC of 25.
Okay.
So well done. You resist the insanity or the momentary madness. So you feel visions coming in to try and you just, well, what do you think? What do you think Tenday would think to try and hold at bay the probings of such a mighty power?
Just probably just imagining an equally as overwhelming white light that is just, I don't know, it's just the opposite. Just trying to think of the exact opposite of what this is.
This figure tries to show you again equally tortured images of people you love, your sister, your adopted parents. Ellie, what do you create in return?
I imagine them happy and laughing and smiling.
Do you bring to mind memories?
Yeah, times with my sister, times with Ellie, hanging out with Ellie, and in those years that we had downtime, spending time with my family and Elwyn, of course.
It's only these images alone and this power of a champion of a goddess that enable you to keep at bay the insanity, the madness. Next, she's going to try and access your memories, to learn of you, this strange celestially touched being that has come into its business over the hundreds of years that this rift has been kept at bay. Powerful creatures have done service down here. Powerful creatures. This has been Dolgoloth's burning obsession to find some way to cross over to the prime material. To bring not just an aspect of herself, but all of herself. To corrupt this rich world, this rich and varied world, into something wrong. What a glee that would be, what a delight. And over the years, great heroes have come down here. Many heroes have done service here. Many heroes have died down here. But many have done their service and lived to prevail and tell the tales. But this is the closest Dolgoloth has ever gotten to be able to personally assess somebody who's down here of great power, such as yourself, Tenday, Onor. So I would like from you a saving throw. This is to protect your memories from her. And then we will roll to see how many memories she gets. If you fail, this is a wisdom saving throw, please.
Natural 20. 29.
You succeed. You feel the psychic probings of this overwhelmingly powerful, it's higher DC as well for memories, as she tries to wreak havoc through your mind to find out who you are. Who is this strange, red-headed, humanoid celestially touched creature that came through to my realm, my domain. But again, you resist. You hold back. Is there anything you would like to do during this time? You can take actions as normal.
Yes, I'm going to activate Heavenly Light.
Explain that to me, please.
Once my long rest, I shine for 1 minute. Bright light in a 30-foot, dim light 30-foot. Each turn, after dealing damage, I can deal radiant. So it's basically what happens when I do my wings. And the first time a creature deals damage on a turn, it has to make a Constitution saving throw, or it will have disadvantage.
Great, right. So tell me what I've got to do.
Right, I mean, this is only when she deals damage.
Only if she deals damage?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, we'll get to that. How long does Heavenly Light last?
A minute.
Okay, great. Okay, you start to shine brightly. In the 166 is a 36. In the 36th of a second that you shine within the time stop within a time stop, your friends outside would see you flash suddenly, brightly. How long does it last?
A minute.
A minute. Hang on, let me just work this out. Okay, so they'll see it for 1/6 of a second, yeah. For some 1/6 of a second, you see Danae flash like that, bright, radiant yellow. It is too quick for anything in your time to do anything about.
Can I do anything about this? I'm just watching this second.
Well, you're not.
Wait,
I mean,
what?
that's the point. You're not even really. It's not like you are avidly engaged in this. You're not in combat or anything. You just saw Danae retrieve her sword from a godly hand. I mean, it's pretty crazy what you've just seen. And then she did this. You saw a little flicker of movement, and she flashed thing all very quickly. All right. You activate Heavenly Light. Is there a save or anything I need to make?
No.
No.
Oh, yeah. Okay, it's a con save, yeah.
Okay.
This is only when she deals damage.
Okay, great. But what is your save DC on this?
18.
19.
No, I'm
Okay,
just like,
it's
she's
all
a
right.
god.
But not. There's still beatable. There's still
Yeah.
something that you can have effect on. Absolutely. It's not the goddess. It's an aspect of them. It is a portion of their power, and you know this from your study in Nevermelt, from what Elwyn, and also from Godspark, that any aspect of a god leaves the god slightly disempowered. So it is a risk. You know that it is a risky maneuver for any deity to create an aspect of themselves. All right, as your goddess just did to deliver you the sword. It's very kind of her. What we didn't see is her literally going and retrieving it for you. That would have been amazing. That's like a whole little side story. That you could write a short story about it, couldn't you? Like her venturing into the negative plane, being like, "Oh shit, I should not be here." Take it! I gotta get the fuck out of here. Great, thank you, bye.
Okay. Anyone taking it.
Okay. Next round, she is going to hunt for your loves. She's going to hunt around for your love.
Okay.
To see the things that matter the most. Not memories, but to learn the things that matter the most. This will also be a wisdom save.
Okay. 19.
Roll d6, please.
4.
I need you to tell me the 4 things you love the most. People, not things.
Oh, okay. Elowen. Atea. Ellie. I don't know. I need 2 more.
You don't need 2 more, you need 1 more.
4. Okay.
She already knew about Ellie, so I want 1 more.
Okay.
What's in 1 more?
1 more. So wait, Elowen,
Elowen, Aetaya, and then 2 more.
Oh, okay. Kilgar and Nimblefoot.
Alright, she learns of them in the same way that you learn of a cess foe.
Okay.
So she doesn't just know you love them, she
Yeah.
understands their strengths and weaknesses.
What, do I not get a save against
Everything
that?
about. No.
I should have just said that guy, that random guy.
I love him. You! There we go. What? Me? What? Just a guy walking down the street. What?
Bobbers.
Oh. I love you too.
Bobbers.
Love you too. No, because these are 4 that you love the most.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. All right.
Thanks.
I was just trying to decide between Mera and Fred.
You
And
had to put
Kilgar.
me into this. This isn't my quarrel.
Why?
Is there anything you'd like to do?
Yes, I would like to activate my boon,
What is that?
my wings.
Okay. You
Right.
still remember you've got this thing around your leg.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay. Instead of doing that, I'm gonna whack. I'm gonna try and whack it.
Whack it. Good.
For a long time.
Actually, you know, I'm gonna do on it. I'm gonna hold Celeste up and into the light compellingly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna shoot it with the beam or the.
Yeah, no, I'll do the beam actually.
Okay, great.
That's
What's the
terrible.
save?
But lights smite my foes. Right. Let me just get it because it's Celeste stuff. Okay.
Celeste stuff.
Herald, right? Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 31.
Okay, yeah. Right. 68. 88. Okay.
Like, for example, she has no immunity or even resistance to radiance. So that's good.
33.
Thanks for telling us that.
Radiant damage.
Yes.
33 halved.
No, it's not halved.
What do you mean?
It's just not blinded.
Oh, great. Okay.
And then you add your thing because you've got your heavenly light.
Right. Heavenly light. My level, so 28.
With just radiant damage?
Yep.
Great.
And I know I already did that, but yeah. Okay. Bonus action.
Yes.
I'm gonna cast. No, wrong spell book. Sorry. I'm gonna cast Staggering Smite.
Okay, cool.
Actually, yeah, no, Staggering Smite.
All right. She is going to enact Corrupting Touch.
Okay.
Oh no.
To hit, that's 32.
Yeah.
All right.
Just to roll about that.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
27 necrotic,
All right.
half to 13.
Okay.
And I would like a charisma saving throw, please.
Okay. 19 again.
19.
Yeah.
God damn, you needed a 20.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
You are now neutral good.
Okay.
Let's change it on your sheet.
Okay, I've been that before. No, I haven't. Oh no, I haven't.
How do you
Okay.
think a shift away from lawfulness would affect her?
Just a little bit more, I think, kind of like spontaneous, I guess. More like less
Don't just
orderly.
give yourself good things. Yeah, hey man,
Well,
that's just a
it's
bit more.
still, it's still good, isn't it?
It's still good,
Neutral
but I
good.
think the move away from lawfulness means you feel some part of your spirit that your whole life has been about the goodness of justice, right? It's
Yeah.
based upon there has to be boundaries and rule. There has to be things that we say are this is where we say that's good and that's bad, and that, like boundaries and things like that is integral to lawfulness. So as the neutrality takes over, it's no small thing. You are giving some part of your spirit to chaos in this moment.
Okay.
Okay?
To the
Yeah.
club.
And also you're a bit more spontaneous. All right.
Okay.
It's your go.
I'm gonna touch of absolution.
What is that?
Change the alignment.
Of a goddess.
Yeah.
Explain it to me, please.
You do it to me, I'm gonna do it to you.
I know.
You can alter alignment by one position along the axis of chaos towards law and the axis of evil towards good. So, for example, a chaotic evil creature can be moved to neutral, and a neutral creature can be moved to lawful good. A lawful evil creature can be moved to lawful neutral, and so on.
Okay.
If the creature is already either lawful or good, then there is no change on that axis. So basically, it's all towards.
Got it.
The target must make a charisma saving throw or have its alignment change for a number of minutes.
Do you have anything that can make them fail the saving throw?
I don't think so. No, I've never been able to do that.
All right. Well, you're already touching her because she's wrapped around your leg, your right leg.
Yeah.
So I succeed on the
Okay.
save. I use a legendary action to succeed anyway.
Okay.
Okay. It's her go.
No, how often
She's going to attempt to pull you into the rift.
With time stop, doesn't it end if she interacts with a creature?
It's a goddess.
And
The rules are different here. Okay.
Did Intellect Compelling not make it let go of my leg? I dealt a lot of damage to it.
You dealt a lot of damage. It hasn't let go. If you want to do
Okay.
that, it's a grapple. It's grappling rules. You have to try and wrench yourself free.
Right. Okay.
But currently, it's doing a strength check. So you are grappled by it. So you
Okay.
can still move. Sorry, your speed becomes 0.
You can still move.
But you can still attack. You know.
Yeah.
All right. Contested strength check, please. Ooh, I did not roll that good. So roll well.
23.
23. Let me just check her stat block here. Hang on. What did you roll?
23.
Okay, I rolled an 11. Starts to try and pull you into the rift.
No.
But you resist all of this. It is your go.
Right. Okay. Now, yeah, I'm gonna attack the
This
tentacle.
first sixth of a second gone.
I'm gonna attack the tentacle.
Okay, you attack the tentacle.
Okay. What's staggering smite? Sorry. Hang on. I'm gonna do 5th level divine smite.
Okay.
make it hit.
Okay, 17.
Miss.
Use your
It
center.
hits.
Okay. Don't you just love being able to say that to a DM?
Yeah.
Actually, it hits. That's the most annoying boon ever.
Okay, I'll do the first hit first. Okay. Alright. That is 12 slashing damage.
Okay.
8 average radiant.
Okay.
28 radiant. And then 27 divine smite. Do I have anything else? Oh
Your
yeah,
level.
staggering smite. I forgot about that one.
Your level is one.
I've already done that. Staggering smite. Very. 46 psychic. Is she
46.
4d6.
Okay.
8 psychic damage.
Half to 4. Okay.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, like 38.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Hang on. Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. No, it's 32.
Alright,
Exactly.
that's way better.
Okay.
Okay. Second attack. No, that probably doesn't hit.
What
18.
No. Okay, good. End of your go?
Bonus action. Bonus action. Banishing Smite.
Okay.
Okay, that's for next round.
Oh, it's for next round. Okay, great.
Wait, let me see. Yeah.
Okay, because she only has the one tentacle through, the rest of her isn't in this plane. There's very little she can do. So what she's going to attempt to do is just Corrupting Touch again.
Okay.
So that's a 31.
Yes.
Okay, great. 31 half to 15 necrotic damage.
Yeah.
And a charisma save.
Right. That's 23.
Okay, you succeed.
Okay.
Again, all right, see, pumps further corruption and hideousness into you with this thing. You feel it's like a poison racking your body, but you manage to keep off the torturous madness that often comes with this, that you've already more than a 10-day ago experienced, and you have no desire to feel that again. Again, in the main chamber, you're not sure what you're seeing, but all sorts of flashing is very quickly
I
coming.
still see the tentacle. It's around her leg, so I just see like it's still there.
You can see a tentacle, but you can't act for a long time.
You just see a tentacle. What is that?
I mean, I'm so perceptive. This is happening in less than a
Yeah,
second.
but everything we've just seen, that's that's just over a sixth of a second. So it's that great. It's like bam. Okay, it's your go.
Okay, hang on, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah. I'm gonna hit it.
Go on then.
I should.
You can try and break grapple. You do know that.
Yeah, but I want to hit because I did Banishing Smite.
Okay.
I should have saved my hit. Okay, that is 27.
That hits.
Yay! Okay. Right, first 28.
28 damage.
Radiant.
Is that every round?
Yeah, it's every hit.
You
7.
should grow your wings so you do.
I know, but
It's an
I'm
action.
hitting.
It's an action.
Yeah, 7 average rate for the hit.
Okay, 1032. Okay,
Right,
yeah.
slashing damage. Hang on, let me do that.
Let's go for hit points then. Hang on a second. I need corrupt Cthulhu fighting music because this is a little passive for my liking.
16 slashing.
16 slashing?
Yeah.
Alright. You've done a lot of damage.
The attack does an extra 5d10. 5d10.
What's this?
Vanishing Smite.
5d10?
Yeah. $27 force damage.
27 force?
Yeah. This is probably not going to apply that. Additionally, if this attack reduces the target to 50 hit points or fewer, you banish it.
15?
50.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Get out of
If
here.
the target is... Okay, yeah, don't worry about it. Okay. That's it. Right.
Okay.
Hang on. Bonus action. Something else spell sort. So is it an action to try and break grapple?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I won't do anything for my bonus
Okay,
action.
great. Are you having a loo break?
Yes.
Okay. Figure out how I'm going to kill you.
Golgoloth is going to be soloed by Danae in one round. And that's just the end of the campaign. There's no
Yeah, that's it.
boss.
Roll credits.
then it does deal a shit ton of damage for no reason.
Ridiculous.
If she got all her things going on, she can do like her level 3 times in damage each round, which is...
I know, it's
which
ridiculous.
Is 28, which is 50, 56, and then another 28, which is 94 damage just on its own, just before the even damage of the attack.
I know.
And then she does Divine Smite 5th level.
I know.
Max that can do is like 40 plus the slashing, that's 20. So that's 136.
Okay.
Okay.
There is surrounding you and surrounding your inner world as well. A damned howling starts to erupt, and from out of the tentacle, several bolts of black lightning leap to you.
Oh, jeez.
I'd like a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. Okay. It's 13.
Okay. You're going to take 20d8 necrotic damage.
Oh, okay.
It's always hard.
This is when you're like, I need to break this grapple. Okay. 31. Hang on. 31. 39. 46. 53.
That's not bad.
You can take half. So
Yeah. That's not bad.
91 points of necrotic, half to 45 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Your maximum hit points are reduced by 45.
Okay, I'm gonna get my calculator.
As these crackling bolts of lightning just rip into you, delivering the necrotic damage inside you, not just on your flesh.
Okay.
Alright, it's your go.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try and break the crap.
Okay, I'd like contested strength.
Oh, okay. Okay. 15.
Okay, 20. So,
Don't waste your
unfortunately,
action.
that's your action gone. What would you like to do?
Okay, nothing.
You got bonus action?
Yeah, I know, I can't do anything.
Keep your shit together.
How much hit?
That's the main thing. Keep your shit
Why
together.
does she target me? This is so bullying.
your god really did nothing to stop this.
It's not bullying.
No, I'm kidding.
Your god was still there, like she just left and then you got attacked. She really could have.
Shut up! She did good. At least I have my
Shit
sword.
on some god you have. It's time to pick a new
Billy, be
one.
quiet. I'm going to cast, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark.
Great.
Haven't done that in a while.
Alright, you do Hunter's Mark.
Yeah,
Nice.
which
Oh.
means I have advantage on wisdom and, wisdom saving throws.
Okay, good work. Good to know. Alright, it is her go, and she is going. Yeah, I love the way you are standing off one-to-one with an aspect of a goddess. This is insane. She's going to do Corrupting Touch again.
Ah, okay.
That's 37 to hit.
She's gonna turn you evil.
I can turn
Oh,
myself
2 12s,
back.
24, 25, 26. 26 plus 9, 35. Half to 17 points of necrotic damage. I'd like a charisma saving throw, please.
Mhm. Okay. That's not bad. I don't know what I do. Okay, I fail.
You're chaotic good.
Okay. It's alright. Where is my dice?
I don't know, look for it.
Oh, okay. Chaotic good.
You are chaotic good. You feel all ideas of justness, organisation, of you started to in this instant. You like, I totally get what Nimfoot was about. I totally get it. Totally get it. Everyone should be free and fuck that and fuck rules. Fuck it all. Like it's like chaos begins to take root in your entire spirit at a base level.
Okay.
All right. It's your go. You try and break the grapple.
Oh, that's bullshit. I'm gonna.
I'll tell you this: you break the grapple, you're free of the time stop and everything. You're free of this.
Okay. I can't like slice the tentacle off.
No, it's too thick, and
Okay.
it's not made. It's not like Blamartin. You can just slice through. This is an arm of a goddess.
Okay.
That
I'm
has
trying
you.
to break the grapple.
Come on then. Right, I rolled shit. So I rolled an 8 for 15 plus 7.
Natural 20. 23.
Okay, you break free,
Okay.
and suddenly you're back to here. And like what you see in this almost third of a second. So if a second is the time between that. So in this time, this cuts this time. That's about a third of a second. Space between those. You see, and then her falling back away from the
Holy shit.
from the thing. The black wounds coming off her, bursts of like necrotic energy, radiance, noise as she bails back.
I hate this fucking place!
I knew it!
Right, pause there just while I have a comfort break and you think about what you would like to do. You're back in normal time now.
Okay.
Who can play at that time? Time stop. Okay, fucking.
You haven't even tried to change my life with them. Okay. It would be cool if I could banish her.
I too can cast time stop twice.
Do it. No.
Hers is just better for some reason.
She's a goddess. That's
So
some
am I.
reason. You're a goddess?
Yeah.
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 Right, where is the lady? Can you pass it to me? It's over there.
No,
Come here.
you took it away from. You're not allowed it.
You didn't take it away. Oh. The dregs.
You really took your time to wrap it.
Donald hates me.
Oh no. Not a true polymorph. She has
Like,
so
she's
many.
gonna let that happen.
So many are just slow. She
Slow,
has
like
so
great.
many legendary
If
resistance.
you do slow and I cast haste, then it's just like,
If I cast slow on you and then you cast haste, what's that do? Haste doesn't even counteract it. That's how stupid.
No, if you
slow
cast slow on her and I cast haste on myself,
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about like if I cast slow on you and you cast haste, haste wouldn't even counteract slow. It doesn't even say anything.
Yeah.
Like it's so slow is so powerful.
slow is good. I like
Slow is like a 7th level spell, but it's a 3rd level spell.
Really?
Yeah.
It's that level?
Yeah.
That's really good. But haste.
And I
once
can
you-
cast it for free once per short rest. It's a signature.
This is what you see. So, as the time returns to normal, this great writhing black tentacle has extended from the crack, maybe 6 feet. It is thick, some 3 feet across, and hideous, and in line with what you saw a Tenday ago when you were actually in there. The tiny aspect of the goddess of corruption, Dolgoloth herself, is attempting to come through, or
Oh, dude.
some small part of her has come through, just as some small part of Palladius came through. Perhaps this is all that's allowed. Who knows?
These guys.
Right, before we think about combat, I want to give you this opportunity. Is there anything non-combative, either from an observational standpoint or from a interaction standpoint, that you'd like to do while I grab a bag of crisps? Have a think about that. If there's anything, without just thinking in terms of us versus them, is there anything you want to do, say, observe?
Yes.
I want to make a spell called Counter Immunity. It's a reaction
Ah,
after a creature uses their legendary resistance and it just counteracts it.
that would be good. Really good. She has my news. Oh, I like this music.
Alright, this tentacle is here. Let's roll initiative from the top, please.
From the top, do I have to start again?
Yeah,
Okay.
because you're strictly speaking out of combat for a moment.
Alright.
13.
13. Oh, sorry.
Who's got the
14,
higher dex
14,
out of you
14,
two?
Sorry, 14.
14.
What is the dex? Oh, we have the same dex as well.
The advantage on initiative rolls.
I like this music.
You liking it?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, it goes. Dolgoloth, Nimblefoot, Danaea, Eloin. This
It's
tiny,
Nimblefoot.
tiny part of the, not far away, within range of all of this happening, but he was equally as affected by the, he didn't know what was going on either until now. But he is still very fast of reaction. But the goddess is faster. So she is going to look to try and attack. I'd say when you really came away from the grapple, just for the sakes of gameplay and positioning yourself, you ended up about 10 feet away
So
from
I'll stumble backwards.
You're still within reach, but you stumble about 10
Okay.
feet from where the actual source of the tentacle is. Still within
Okay.
reach of her, though.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You're not within melee reach unless you move 5
Yeah.
feet closer.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are some 50 feet away on top of the stone thing. Nimblefoot is about 30 feet away from Dolgoloth. Or Dolgoloth's tentacle, really. It's not her, it's her
Yes,
tentacle,
yeah.
right? One goddess was able to put her arm through, so is she. That's basically what's happening here, okay?
Yeah.
So, she's going to take a swing at either you or Nimblefoot. 1 to 3, you, 4 to 6, Nimblefoot. Nimblefoot. Okay. That's 25 to hit. That hits. He is not immune to necrotic. 7, 15, 19. 19 points of necrotic. 287. Charisma save. Fuck.
How is he close to me?
He's more than 40 feet away from you?
30 feet.
God damn.
Ah.
Okay. I use my reaction to use the thing I did when I was in there. I'll do, it's...
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, what is it? Intellect Fortress. And this is genuinely one that I have prepared. Intellect Fortress. Psychic Backlash. No, Psychic Parry. 7 side points plus 1 bonus to the save. Here we go.
Can't believe I lost shitty else straight away after getting it.
7. Okay, I save on the save. So I don't go from chaotic good to chaotic neutral. That's
Ooh.
good. Yeah, that would have been bad. Alright. Nimblefoot's go. Don't know what to do. Literally don't know what to do. But he's figured this out. He goes, "We need more radiance. We need more goodly energy. We must close the rift. My friends, we must close the rift. We need radiance. Danaea." I'm just going to hold my action to do something that will protect somebody else. I don't even know what yet.
Okay.
Danaea, you'll go.
Now I'm gonna activate my boon. My wings.
Mm-hmm.
Wings.
Okay.
Okay, let me just get the. I assume she can't be stunned.
Who?
Dolgala.
Assume all you like.
Okay, well, I emanate an aura of menace, 30-foot radius. When it starts its turn in my aura during the battle, it must succeed on the wisdom saving throw. I'll become stunned.
Natural 19 for a 32.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. Okay. Yeah, that's it. For now. Just on my wings.
Alright.
And my heavenly light. I'm glowing.
Alright.
I'm glowing.
You're quite close to the rift, aren't you?
Yeah.
So you are giving off a radiance. What's the radius on that?
Right, radius for the wings is 60 feet. For the heavenly light, it's 30-foot dim, 30-foot bright.
Alright.
I mean, bright and then dim, yeah.
You see, like, the edges of the rift kind of like, you've seen Stranger Things, you know, like,
Yeah.
like sort of knitting together slightly. Like what's happening intensively where the beam hits, it's sort of happening just because you're close to it. It's your go. What would you like to do?
If we could make a giant mirror, we could just move the beam and just... No. That'd be great. Anyway, I'm gonna use Wish to cast Sunburst, and I'm gonna rain some sun down on this.
What's the range?
150 feet.
Nice.
Very mean.
That's very,
Yeah, bonus action assess foe before we do this.
You want to assess foe?
Yes, please.
Hang on. What are you saying?
Okay. Sunburst or sunbeam? Sunburst.
Sunburst.
And it is radiant damage. Excellent. Okay. That was what we needed. I thought if you do your fireball at it,
Yeah.
everything, it will close it.
Oh.
Okay. You do assess foe?
Yeah.
1,300 hit points.
1,300?
Yep.
Okay. Right now?
It's not that much.
Or maximum?
No, he knows the maximum.
Right.
Resistant to cold, lightning, and psychic. Immune to poison, necrotic, piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning from non-magical. Immune to being charmed, paralyzed, frightened, poisoned, or disease. What else do you find out?
That's it.
Yeah, it's powerful.
It.
Stupid. Okay, Sunburst time.
I think I may have left some things off here. Can't remember because I was using
There's
Luther's.
more?
Resistant to all damage.
Right, yeah.
Cold, lightning, psychic, fire, thunder, all of them. Just resistant to all damage.
Except radiant, right?
Except radiant.
Right. That's what we said.
Sunburst time.
Is there a save?
Sure, probably. Constitution saving throw.
Good, I get a +10 on that. I rolled a natural 4. You use a legendary action to succeed on that save. Go.
Half damage. Okay, let's count. 2,
Shall I do it for him?
4, 7, 11, 15, 21, 26, 31, 37, 42, 47 halves to 20.
23, okay.
It's a radiant.
With that, it's less about what it does to her, it's what it does to the rift.
I was going
So as the sunburst lands on the bit of the rift that it's like this dual column of light comes down. It's actually a 60-foot radius burst.
Fine.
Which you do, it's like a... So it opens up like a fucking nuke going off. Oh. Con save, please.
Oh, I'm moving it so it doesn't hit her. But basically, yeah, like maybe
Alright.
mushroom.
That's fine, it does. It just goes... You pick a place just behind the rift and it just goes...
What type of damage would a nuke do? That's not curious. Radiant and force.
And fire.
And fire.
Yeah.
And
It'd be
bludgeoning.
horrible, yeah.
No, just yeah.
It would be horrible. Anyway, the sunburst, bright yellow, not quite white, but almost white, like goes. And where the tentacle came through, it starts to, the rift starts to dry up and close, and you see this tentacle as the entire rift closes up. We are out of combat.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well done. Now then,
Got my sword.
as you all stand there, having been in the presence of an aspect of a goddess twice in just a few moments, you notice that the rift has been healed somewhat by your use of powerful radiant magic. But nevertheless, you see hairline cracks still trying to force their way through. Little red-black cracks, very slowly, almost hairline. It will take a long while for that rift to fully open again. And you feel that this moment of the crossing over, or this endeavour to cross over, has been ended.
What if we weren't there? Like, if... Okay, so go back to the time this actually happened and we weren't there. Do you think that's when she gets through? Or would she even have done that if Celeste wasn't delivered back to me?
You know from Godspark that there are rules against gods coming to the prime material anyway.
Right.
There are rules, and if there are balances to be kept, and
Yeah.
it's no small thing for a god to come through. They're not supposed to. That's what demigods are used for. Lesser.
Right. Wait, so even, like, the aspect, that's not allowed
Even
to...
aspect. Well, there's rules.
Palladius did.
Well, you just saw it happen, right? So you saw your goddess cross over, and so she did too.
Yeah.
So they are allowed to, but if they cross over, then someone
Right,
else
and then
can.
what's the difference between an aspect and an avatar? The avatar is what showed up that time, right? In the
Yeah.
temple?
Yeah. An avatar has less physical effect on the world.
Okay.
So that avatar is almost, it's not an illusion,
Yeah.
but it is like a figment
Yeah.
of the goddess. It can't like cast spells and fight and shit like that. An aspect can.
So, an aspect of Palladius.
That was an aspect of Palladius. That's all she could do. She needed to physically
It's
be
just
there.
the arm of Palladius. It crawled around in the negative state.
Don't cheapen it. Don't cheapen it. Right. All right. Whoa.
That thing moved very fast.
She did. She made time slow down.
Did what I did, yeah.
Right, and yeah, we were having we were having a tussle while it was slowed. Yeah.
It's always me doing the big sunbursty explosions. I thought that was your job.
Okay. Go back to the hut.
Go back to alright.
You
Go
got
back to the heart.
Just like NPC. Walk away.
Yeah. Don't just walk away.
Well, okay, I'll inspect the rift.
The blast, the 60-foot radius, so 120 foot all the way across radius. There's no way you could have kept that from not engulfing everybody. I'm just going to say, for the sakes of things,
That's fine.
Right.
Nimblefoot and you did get some radiance, but, so he's sunburned. Nimblefoot is sunburned from that. But he's like, it's fine. He's like, don't worry about it. Don't worry. He heals himself. But just for the sake of brevity, that would have hit him. It's a mushroom.
Yeah.
It's like a...
So I could technically do Celeste's laser and seal up.
You could certainly try, yeah.
Is there any bits of... I know we stood up that bit, but are there...
The other end?
Okay, I'll go over to the other end and I'll... Where have you done this today?
Yes.
No, I haven't. No. Okay, so... Can I only use one of Celeste's abilities per day?
What does it say?
That's the thing. It says for each individual, little thing it can do, but I don't know about doing more than one in a day.
Well, there's only one way to know.
Well, it says once per day for Herald of Light, Smite My Foes, and then it says once per day for Into Light.
Well, what do you want to do?
I want to do Herald of Light, Smite My Foes, and do a laser.
Why?
That's the beam.
Yeah, of
Okay.
radiant.
Didn't you do that to her?
That was the other day.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. All right.
That was just before in the time stop.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
Yeah, you did it in time stop.
Okay, I'll do Into the Light. I can tell you.
Okay, well that creates a
Yeah.
burst, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right. That emanates from the sword.
Yeah.
So you do that over your head and it just goes.
Yeah.
Everyone stands back as you do this, and radiant energy blasts from your sword as you held it aloft. And yeah,
This
some
is
of
just
the rift heals a little. Yeah.
I've got to say, these lasers...
Any radiant energy put into the actual physical rift in the floor
Yeah.
helps it momentarily.
So okay, but and if we...
Roll the damage.
Oh yeah. Thank
Don't
you.
metagame, just roll the damage. Be there, because if you're going to ask questions about it, that's probably for when you're not actually doing it.
Okay.
So if you roll the damage,
Yeah.
that tells you how many minutes of time it buys you.
Yeah. Okay.
What was your damage? Yeah, it's 40 something.
Yeah, 46.
Yeah.
47.
Yeah, that buys you 47 minutes of.
D6. Can I use your D6s?
Yeah, sure.
8.
Well, so this laser is very inefficient. It only hits a very specific spot.
Well, it does have a radius, so it does. The way it is, it's a beam. It's a bit like dim light, bright light,
Yeah.
like that. So it does have it. It does go out. That's what it does. But yeah, it's the best they can manage.
You know what?
40.
In the present day,
40.
Okay, you're doing that. Gives 40 minutes of closure on that side of the rift. What's the radius of it?
Radius 60 feet.
60 feet.
Brilliant sunlight.
Fantastic. Okay, yeah, that side of the beam is similarly sealed.
I need to get some more beams. Wait.
over the present day, they've just made more lasers, 2 more, so to go on either side.
Yeah, you're just standing there like that, and one just lands on you.
I think my mirror idea is really cool.
Instant 200 points of
Mirror
fracture.
idea, yeah.
Just a big mirror. Or like a big machine that just turns it.
All right, they thought it was really impressive making you, Schnit.
Or like a little, like a thingy that goes on the beam and it spreads it out.
His
into
mark of
multiple
the maker
beams.
is showing.
Yeah, totally. All the gnomes from Xanar came down. They'd be like, "This is rubbish. I like it." They're like,
Oh.
"We really thought this was good."
Like imagine a ring that goes around the beam and it has lots of lenses in it, and they position
All right,
many really small beams that go out across the cavern.
we get it. We get it.
Disco
Thank
ball.
you. We get it.
And it spins so it makes a disco.
Okay. Okay. The rest of your day is uneventful. Is there anything you'd like to do as the day comes to an
My
end?
wings for no reason.
Flap around.
But I was gonna do something. That's why I said I walk away. Hang on. No, don't worry.
About an hour passes, and you notice that the pulsating rift, the blackness and the redness, some of the lava pools, if you recall, around here, like it starts to open again. Like the reverse of a wound healing,
Mm-hmm.
it opens ever so slowly over about an hour to both sides. And then the rest of the day, you are concerned with keeping back some of the foes that come through. Your antipathy, sympathy wears out
I think
as
you
well.
should do that again.
And your day comes to an end.
Mm-hmm.
Before the end of the day, I'm going to cast it again.
All right, you do that.
We'll go in the elevator.
All right.
Where's Kaz?
Is there anything... He doesn't get in the elevator. Is there anything in the final 3 days of service that you want to achieve?
I would like to
Specifically.
try doing that change alignment thing on myself.
All right, touch of absolution.
Yeah.
Read it out to me.
Okay, I read it out before, but
Yeah, read it out.
okay.
Get cocky.
Yeah. Starting at 15th level, you can use your action to touch a sentient being or item, and alter its alignment by 1 position along the axis of chaos towards law and the axis of evil towards good. So, for example, a chaotic evil creature can be moved to neutral, and a neutral creature can be moved to lawful good. A lawful evil creature can be moved to lawful neutral.
Got it.
and so on.
So it's one. You move them 1 point along.
Every time I do it, yeah. So I would be neutral good.
Okay. Yeah, you do it.
I can only do
You
it
can
once
choose
a
to.
day. Oh, did you say over the next 3 days? Because if so, I'd like to do one per day. So I'm back to lawful.
Yeah, that's fine. You can do that. I'd actually say, just a little retcon here.
Yeah.
Celeste doesn't respond to you while you're chaotic good.
Right, but I don't think I hit her with my sword after.
No, it's fine. I'm just saying, you going and doing Into the Light, that didn't happen.
Okay.
Because Celeste doesn't respond
Right,
to you
I
the same
forgot.
way.
Yeah, I forgot.
And you feel a disapproval as well
Yeah.
in your heart.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I will move myself back to lawful
Great.
good.
So those, you want to spend the next 2 days doing that?
Well, yeah, I'll do
Okay,
that.
to neutral,
Yeah.
neutral to lawful. Okay. Is there anything you want to achieve specifically over the next 3 days?
No, not really.
Any study or learning or observations
What's
or
better?
anything else?
I'm gonna make some notes on the night walkers and stuff.
Well, we gotta kind of find out where the elves are and what they're doing in Nestler if they've
I
arrived.
can't. We're down. I'm just
You
gonna.
don't have the use of your magic to do anything like that?
No.
Okay, fine.
I'm just gonna. Can I try and like over like the past, the ending few days and stuff. I want to be like writing about the creatures and
Alright.
stuff, and like making like book like short little
Sure.
bits of writing about them.
Okay.
Or leave
Yeah.
them for your past future self.
No,
Oh.
just for like people.
Oh, okay.
Publishing. It'd be called like Elwyn's Tomb of.
Bestiary,
Annihilate.
yeah, Ellen's Bestiary of Chaos or something. Yeah,
Or
yeah.
leave it for your future self so that you don't take Xanon into the pit.
Ellen's Tome of. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be good.
Elwyn's. Okay.
Yeah, why don't you leave a note for
I
yourself
was
to
gonna-
find in the future so that you know not to try telekinesis because you know that they fly?
I was just gonna. No, I'm genuinely saying we should leave a note to say don't bring Xanon into the pit.
No, because that will change a lot of stuff because he definitely gets damaged there. You don't know how much that'll change. Maybe I'll just make a note to cast clone on him.
Hmm.
I'm gonna open up my Lehman's secret chest.
No, that was to have it the other way around.
What?
Do you remember? So Lehman's secret chest was to have a note sent back to you here. Do you remember?
No, it wasn't. It was to send back to okay, so
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna write, Dear Elwyn, we've been trying to contact you regarding your car's
Just
extended
send
warranty.
warranty.
I'm gonna write and say, be sure to.
Be very sure to.
Did I have 9th level spells at the time? Yeah, I did because
Of what?
Well, just leave it for
at the
you.
time before when we went into the rift.
Yeah. You mean when you battled the Nightwalkers the very first time? Yes, you did.
Well, you must have because you climbed yourself. Well,
I'm gonna say, be sure to use you cast clone on Zanlin, and then I'm going to leave a little tip at the bottom of the piece of paper and tell him to use wish to cast it with no components, just in case. So
say before we go.
Well, no, it was Nilu that cast clone. Don't forget.
Yeah, I know.
Using his only.
yeah, he's
eighth
the one.
level
He's the one that
slot.
cast clone on me, but I'm asking myself to cast clone on Zanlin.
Okay.
With wish.
Yeah. Or with overtone. I'm just saying if you want to save money. Which,
I think you can only have one clone at the same time.
yeah, but it wasn't me that had the clone.
Yeah, it wasn't him who cast the clone. It was Nilu, wasn't it? Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
You leave a note. Flip the coin.
If you can.
Get one chance to do this.
Oh, what?
You want you for it to work. You want the dragon. No, flip it.
I can't.
I'll do it.
Like,
I'll do it.
I
DM do
do
it.
not
DM
have
do
to,
it.
actually.
Pass it to me. Pass it to
You
me.
could have cat.
Here we go.
That
Ready?
was a fail.
Fair. You want dragon?
Yeah.
You get dragon.
Ah, yes!
Okay.
We don't know what exactly is
Now let's
happening
look at the
there.
ripples this has.
Oh my god.
Dragon. Dragon.
Oh shoot.
2. Okay,
Oh.
2 ripples.
Okay. It's better than the other one that we got with
Right, my
9.
coin flipping
Doesn't
skills.
mean it will have worked. It just
Mhm.
means the message gets
Yeah.
to you in the future. And I have to figure out how your memories change, which I'm not going to do now.
No.
Okay. So for the next 2 days, you are doing your bestiary and studying. I'd say then any arcana check you have to do with the negative plane is with disadvantage. Is with advantage due to your studies.
Okay.
You pay particular attention. You recall also being in the negative plane and what you observed about being in there. Anything you do about what do I tell, or any perception checks there, or insight checks, or investigation checks with advantage if it's to do with the negative plane or any creature from the negative plane.
Great.
All right.
As well as changing my alignment, can I try and talk to any of the dwarven guards?
Sure. What kind of interaction do you
I
want
just
to
want
have?
to ask, the same one who told us before that the elves were coming.
Yeah.
So have they arrived yet, the elves?
Persuasion check.
Okay. 21.
You say that and then get that.
I don't get timetables or anything, but I do know that they're taking all this very seriously. The Real Pather himself. Let me say that again. The Real Pather themselves is coming.
Who's that?
The Grand High Arcanor.
They're an elf?
Yeah,
And what do they do?
pretty freaking powerful wizard. The most powerful.
Oh.
I doubt that.
That's the cool Real Pather.
Oh.
Also Est Ela.
Oh yes.
They're coming. The Great Arcana. Arcanor. You see a couple of the other wardens shift at that as well and mutter.
Yep.
And also all the sorcerers. So that is in non-dwarven accents.
Yes.
The Grand High Arcanor, the Great Arcanor, that's Estelar.
Yeah.
And Sorcerer. Like sorcerer, but sorcerer.
Right.
Sorcerers.
Right.
They're all coming to put up a mythal.
What
You don't
is-
know what a mythal is.
Does he? Do you? What is that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Do I know what that is?
Make an Arcana check. The DC is 29.
Ooh.
Not that high. Okay, no.
You know what a mythal is. It's reminiscent of some other language you know to do with
Mithril.
arcane stuff, but a mythal itself, you're not quite sure. Okay. In which case, the final 2 days go by, relatively speaking, without much event. You manage to shift your spirit back to its natural place as part of your whole way of thinking and seeing the world have been slightly corrupted. You bring it back, cleansing yourself, and Celeste reawakens to you in terms of power, such that on that last day, it is a veritable firework of radiant energy down below. Understanding how powerful sunburst can be against the rift, you use that along with antipathy, sympathy to have a great final day with no negative interactions whatsoever down below. Rather than an elevator coming for you on the final day, as you get tired beyond tired, physically worn, but mentally satisfied, you do find that your attitude about service has changed somewhat. Because at the end of it, any begrudging you had 30 days before about your service, you feel that you have done a wonderful thing for the thronging tens of thousands above. Having seen the evil down here face to face, you can only imagine what left unchecked it would do if it were to rise to the surface. And so you know, in no small part, that you have been pivotal in saving many, many lives and keeping safe all the wonderful civilization far, far above. And as the end of the day approaches, a golden flying barge descends into the pits, thronging with wardens and what would you call them? People who wait on you.
Waiters.
That'll do, but I couldn't think of the word.
Yeah.
This flying golden battle barge, quite small, like a small skipper kind of ship, but flying with arcane power, lands here in the bottom. Off of it get off certain ceremonial dwarves, including Braspian Allhammer, the Northgate Thane, who you already had interaction with, comes down personally, shakes you by the hands, all of you, warmly, with a genuine warm smile, and says, "Citizens, come aboard the battle barge. You are welcome here in Nal Targ Dun." You get on board the ship. You are offered every luxury. You are given fresh fruit as the barge rises out of this vast cavern, this vertical cavern that comes straight down. And being careful to avoid the pillar of perfect radiant light, you rise up out of the gloom. The journey up is much quicker than in these ridiculous elevator lift things that you're in. You rise up in minutes, a matter of 4 or 5 minutes or so as you rise up quickly. The breeze from above, and that's when you feel fresh air. I'll just take a very quick pause for a second as I find some appropriate sound effects. You can interact with each other in whatever way feels appropriate, obviously.
I can't wait.
Can't wait. Oh, it feels so good to be out of there. And now I need to find the star.
As you rise up, light and fresh air breathes in your lungs, and you feel like for the first time in a month, in 3 Tendays, you breathe fresh air. The sulphurous smell you'd gotten used to as you rise up out of the space between the roots of the tree. The entire platform around the tree is filled with people. And at various other minutes go past, other battle barges come out, lifting people who had been in the barracks waiting for their time down. So 2 other battle barges come out with other similar citizens now. And there is a crowd of many hundreds. Citizens come along, merchants coming to sell their wares on such an important day, and various dignitaries and wardens of the city, this great dwarven city. You see all around you celebration, and as the battle barges land on the platforms of the North Gate, which is where you first entered, other barges land in other areas, the South Gate, and here the East Gate. You are greeted. You are clapped on the back. People come up and want to shake your hands. Everyone telling you you're a citizen now. Welcome to Nal Targ Dun. It's almost like the last 30 days have been some weird dream. But nevertheless, it happened. And to add to it, you have the perspective of knowing that you know this place in your own time. A time that is still to come, some 1,400 years from now. Amongst the chatter, I'd like you both to roll insight checks to see if you hear various other conversations in the party after party that ensues here by the tree.
26.
26, good.
16.
16, okay, good. Okay, good. Between you and Nimblefoot, who also rolled very, very high, you all stick pretty much together. So you share this, I imagine, with Eloin, what you hear. What ensues for the next few hours is conversation, a lot of drinking. Generally speaking, you are bedecked with gold, so each take 1,000 gold.
Yeah.
That is a lot of money for this time.
Right, yeah.
You are also given a pin, and it is upon the pin there is the emblem of the tree with its root and the emblem of Vishnir. And your names are put down in a massive tomb, and you are asked to sign them, and you sign your name
I don't
with some trepidation
Let's just change my last name a bit.
in this enormous book that is not magical. It is a ancient tomb that has been kept through studious care and attention to keep it a tomb that is passed down through the ages, and the thousands of names that came before you. And you notice here and there, in fact very regularly, against names there are red crosses where those people never came back up.
Huh.
This is the tomb of the citizens of Nartagdun, of which your names are now recorded some 1,400 years before your existence. I'm sure you will be the cause of many a conspiracy theory in the future, should this tomb ever be found. It won't be. But, but if it were to be. Over the ensuing hours, you are addressed and spoken to by all manner of citizen, all manner of race and creed and colour and gender come up and speak to you and want your attention. The four of you represent some 20 people who have made it out of this period of 30
Is
days.
Kaz there?
Excuse me?
Do we see Kaz?
For that, I'll want a different roll. Give me a perception check
Okay.
against.
What about on the thing, battle barge?
17.
He wasn't on the battle barge, no.
17.
You don't notice him.
I think he's
You
Can
don't
I
right.
try? Can I-
Sure.
Like, look in the book and see if he put his
No.
name in there.
Okay. You look in the book.
Yeah.
Investigation check, then, please.
Oh. Investigation. Okay, 18.
I don't think you know his name.
Kaz.
I don't think you know that, though,
Yeah,
do
we
you?
do.
Yeah, we do.
You do?
Yeah. We met him at the last rest. He was the one talking to me. Was
Fair
like,
enough,
"Do
fair
you
enough,
wanna come
fair
see
enough.
me?" Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you find his name.
What's his last
Okay.
name?
There's a red cross against it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh!
I'm gonna cast sending.
Well, let me just explain what happens during this party first, because I don't think this would be top of your mind,
Okay.
especially depending on what else you hear and are exposed to during this party. You do cast sending, and all I'll say for the sake of brevity is you definitely feel a connection to a living soul. He does not respond to you.
Okay.
All right. During the party, you are introduced, both of you, with a lot of solemnness and kind of like, oh, this is special, to two alien-looking first elves. Their enormous eyes, blank stares, almost superior stares, named Keldudra and Kelanui. Keldudra and Kelanui. Separate words.
Yeah.
Keldudra. Kelanui. They are introduced to you as sorceers from Acraeon. Sorceers. Part of a new party of elves to have come up from Acraeon, not for this occasion, but for more important matters. Telepathically, Kel Anui communicates to you all, the four of you, and they say, "The thanks of Acraeon be with you, for greater evils lie beneath the rift. Greater evils than we knew, and efforts will be made to ensure they do not come through. We thank you for your perseverance. I hope you enjoy your citizenship." And that's the level of interaction that you have with these powerful sorcerers
I
from a
thank
crayon.
them in their head.
You get a lifted eyebrow in return. Okay, because you do that, Keldudra goes, "What species are you?" In your mind. What species are you? Strange white face.
Wait, what?
Yo, I guess I'm a Kalashtar. Half Kalashtar.
Make an insight check to see what emotion you pick up from the face of this strange alien elf.
19.
Yeah, seems really puzzled by the idea of this word Kalashtar that you say. Not heard of such a race. Interesting.
I'm from far away.
Where are your lodgings here in the city? You have been staying at, just to your memory,
The forgotten
the
name.
Frothblower's Arms.
Okay, done.
Remember Frothblower's Arms?
Yeah.
Frothblower's arms?
Nonsense. You should be given proper lodgings. This is all telepathic. But this one, they do make some sort of gesture of the hands. You must be given proper lodgings. I should like to converse with you,
Just tell.
if it would please you.
Yeah.
Good, good.
What about? Oh no.
Okay.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna message.
Okay.
It's like a wire pointed at them.
Well, thank you for your congratulations. We are pleased to serve the city.
You say this out loud?
No, a message
Oh, okay.
in head.
It's a different kind
It's
of...
counterspelled immediately.
We're pleased for your thanks. Yes, thank you for
You say this out loud?
Yes.
And they drift off in their magnificent, ornate, wonderfully accessorized robes, glittering in all sorts
I was
of
really
metallic
embarrassing.
sheens. Here's what you pick up chat-wise. Okay, so you are introduced to Keldudra and Kelanui, the sorcerers from Acrayon. You pick up that it is a major deal that the Grand High Arcanor is coming, and his Great Arcanor in tow, so to speak.
Thank you.
You pick up much... What was the insight? You rolled 26, didn't you? Nilfert
Yeah.
rolled 31 for an average of 57. 57 divided 25, 6, 7, 8, 28. Yeah, okay, this is good. So insight from listening in on conversations, maybe joining in, talking to people and stuff like that. You pick up that the dwarves only speak the name of Est Elar with derision, and you hear Dahalek being said more than once in reference to this visit. I would also say, and this is bonkers because you were at Nevermelt researching this, you hear, well, that's what you hear. Is there any interactions you'd like to do to find out more amongst the people and in this party?
Okay, I'll just talk to her.
You don't have to. You can just listen and learn that way if you prefer.
Well, I just want to ask people more about Estella.
Okay. So give me a persuasion check. This will be a general one from you just, and are you trying to be as low-key
casual.
as possible? So I
Yeah.
want two. I want a persuasion and I want a,
Deception?
deception or performance, your choice.
Okay, persuasion is 30,
Great.
and deception 8.
Okay. Because you don't manage to conceal it very well, we got dragon. Sure. Okay, great. One ripple. Okay, so it is somewhat noticed that you ask these questions, but there we go.
Okay.
All right. What are you sort of looking to find out?
What people know, what's the general consensus of
Okay, you managed to corner a couple of of Brespian Allhammer's pick thanes. The pick thanes guard the thanes.
Right.
So it goes thanes. You figure out the hierarchy of the city.
Yeah.
So it's you have the Ungol Deepbrand, the Almighty Underhammer,
Yeah.
protected by the Oath Keepers, and then you have the North, South, East, and West Gate Thanes.
Mhm.
Brespian Allhammer, you've met. One of his pick thanes who guards him, you get into conversation with. He's had way too much to drink and spills that, let's say, words to the effect of that whilst elves and humans may procreate, it's something dwarves and elves must never do. It's forbidden. He broke that law. She got what she deserved, and so did he. He hopefully he learned his lesson. He said, but he does say, but it was a long time ago.
Right.
Let me just check how long ago that was. And you know some of this, so it's weird hearing it because you're like, man, found out about this. Hang on 2 seconds, just here. So you believe that the year in your time is 1130
Yeah.
pre-Kurth, right? Pre-Kurth time,
Yeah.
before Kurth. Obviously, in their years, it's 1461, but his love was killed. That was 4 years ago.
Okay.
So he's had 4 years, and you're now putting it to, and it's like, oh my God, this adds you guys had 4 years of like seething all of these things to happen. All right. That's the most of what's picked up. You are, an attendant comes with a key handed to you within a small, beautiful, polished wooden box, and you are offered lodging, semi-permanent lodging in the, let's see what district. Roll D4. Oh, sorry. Roll D4 first.
1.
1. Okay. And then roll D4 again. This is to see what district you're given lodgings.
1.
Oh my God. All right. It's brought with some, like, you're lucky. Like, who do you know? We've got this, but you're given. Give me an insight check.
1.
Okay. You don't pick this up. You don't pick this up. You make an insight check.
Okay.
That was actually a 3, but it was fine.
27.
27. You
sorry.
pick this up. They're like, who did you sleep with to get this? It's almost like, wow, this is crazy. You are given lodgings in the grandest area of the entire city, named Temple. It is the highest part of the city because the cone of the volcano rises, and up in this rising cone, up here is the area of Temple that looks down on the rest of the volcano.
Does that say where maybe, like some visiting elves may stay?
Who knows? You'd have to do your own research for that and start to prepare for that in the next game. Because we now find ourselves with, as your timeline as best you know it, you now have 10, 20, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 41 days until you believe Eurishnia will be corrupted, will be switched and polarized. 41 days. With that said and done, the Picthanes escort you personally at the end of the days, or the several hours of party and privilege and ceremony and all these kind of things. Much richer in gold, much richer in experience. You are led up through Naltar Gun. You are led through Northgate, up through the Forgers district, with a little detour into the Crafters district as well, and then up into the soaring golden buildings that occupy Temple. And that's where we're going to leave it for this game. You're level 22 Paladin. You are a level 22 Wizard. And I'm going to explain to you
Oh yeah.
what you get as a result of this. So don't go anywhere.
Okay. 22.
Here's what this means for you. Firstly, roll hit points.
Oh,
Please, let's get some good.
D6.
D6
Wait, what's mine?
plus your Constitution modifier.
D10.
5 more hit points.
Nice. What'd you roll?
Oh, 6 more hit points.
Nice.
Is my maximum retentive?
Yes,
normal
yes,
now?
All right, you are into the 29th level of experience total.
One
True
more until we're
epic
demi-
level now.
What did you say, man?
One more until we're basically demigods.
The epic paladin.
That's me.
What if I converted all my
At
Mystic
22nd level,
of me?
you are now immune to curses of all
Ooh.
sorts.
Whoa!
That's cool.
Nothing can curse you. As a 20th level wizard, 22nd level, excuse me, 20th level is lame. It's for beginners, let's be honest. Okay, at 22nd level. Okay, School of Divination. Okay, you got True Sight Outlast level, didn't
Yeah.
you? At 22nd level. I don't believe you get a boon at 22nd level. Let me just check. Oh, legendary spell capacity. Bear with me a second.
Do I get any more spell slots? Could you check? Oh, okay.
Bear with me a second. At 22nd level, you gain an additional 6th and 7th level spell slot.
Nice.
Right, now my spell slot levels look really stupid.
What do you mean?
I've got 1 8th, 2 9th, and 3 everything else.
No, you don't get additional spell slots.
What?
You don't
Oh,
get additional
okay.
spell slots.
Look at this.
I think you just said that to Finland.
No, you get extended spell capacity at 26th level.
Okay.
Look at this show.
If you ever get to 25th level in this campaign, which I'll be honest with you,
that's gonna happen.
is unlikely, you will get, which is the next big thing. Anyway, doesn't matter. We'll go over this later. You can pick another boon.
We get another boon.
Yes.
We get another.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
of
every
course.
level up.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Oh dang.
Would you like me to remind you of them?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to stay broadcasting and doing this because this is part of the fun. Part of the fun of the game.
Feet.
I'm going to tell you though. You're going to need all these powers, and you're going to need to know them well
Okay.
for
I
what's to
do
come.
a write up of just have a sheet of just everything that I can do. So
All right. Here come the boons. When you miss, you can decide to hit. You already know about that.
If I get that boon again, can I do that twice?
Or, by the way, you can either take the boon, or you can put any ability score up by 2, including beyond 20. So if you wanted to have 24 intelligence, you could.
Yeah, that wouldn't really do much.
Yeah, it would. It would include it would increase your thing by another +1. So that would give you additional spell attack, spell defense, spell save. Anyway.
If I took that boon again, would it mean that I can?
No. You can't take
Can I
it
take
double.
another boon of high magic so I can get
No.
another?
Okay, here we come. You ready?
Yeah.
Boon of Dimensional Travel. You can Misty Step without using a spell slot every short rest.
I can already do
Boon
that.
of Fate. When another creature that you can see within 60 feet of you makes an ability check, an attack roll, or a saving throw, you can roll a d10 and apply that result as a bonus or a penalty to the roll every short rest. Your hit point maximum increases by 40. Boon of Fortitude. Boon of High Magic, you've already got. Boon of Immortality. You stop aging. You are immune to any effect that would age you, and you can't die from old age.
Kind of like the sound of that one.
Boon of Invincibility. When you take damage from any source, you can reduce that damage to 0. Once you use this boon, you can't use it again for a short rest.
Called?
Invincibility. I do want to say it should be class appropriate. So if you took the one that would say, oh, I want 40 hit points, I'd be like, you have to explain to me how the hell that happens. Do you know what I mean? Like, I am not going to just allow anything. You've got to create a good argument for it. Boon of Irresistible Offense. You can bypass the damage resistance of any creature. So, resistant to fire? No, not when I hit you with fire. Do you see what I mean?
I
I already have that for fire.
like
Boon of Luck. You can add a d10 roll to any ability check, attack roll, or saving throw that you make. So, Boon of Fate is that for somebody else. Boon of Luck is for yourself. Boon of Magic. I'm thinking of doing that for Nimblefoot. Boon of Magic Resistance. You have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. Yeah, but you've only got that because of your staff. Is that right?
It's always part of me though. So.
Boon of Peerless Aim. You can give yourself a plus 20 bonus to a ranged attack roll. Boon of Perfect Health. You are immune to all diseases and poisons, and you have advantage on con saves. Boon of... This is the one Nimblefoot's already got. Boon of Planar Travel. You can cast Plane Shift every short rest, but it's one place, only to one place. So you can go to that plane, or from that plane back to this plane. Planar Travel. Quick Casting. Choose one of your spells from 1st through 3rd level that has a casting time of 1 action. You can make it a bonus action.
Bonus action slow.
Boon of Recovery. You can use a bonus action to gain a number of hit points equal to half.
Wait, can you say the last one again?
Yeah. Boon of Quick Casting. Choose one of your spells from 1st through 3rd level that has a casting time of 1 action. Turns it into a bonus action. Boon of Recovery. Once every long rest, not short rest, every long rest, you can use a bonus action to regain a number of hit points equal to half your hit point maximum.
What?
You just get them back. You just go, I use my Boon of Recovery. It's like power up. It's kind of like your healing, but separate, you know.
But better.
Boon of Resilience. You have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical weapons.
That's cool.
That's kind of fucking cool. Boon of Skill Proficiency. You gain proficiency in all skills.
Whoa.
Boon of Speed. Your walking speed increases by 30 feet. And you can do bonus action, dash, or disengage every short rest. Boon of Spell Mastery. Choose one 1st level sorcerer, warlock, or wizard spell. 1st level that you can cast. You can now cast that at its lowest level without expending a spell slot. Whenever you like, kind of at will. Boon of Spell Recall. You can cast any spell you know or have prepared without expending a spell slot. Once you do so, you can't use this boon again until you finish a long rest.
It's just the previous one, but better.
No, because you can do it once.
Yeah, I know, but no.
That's insane. Hang on a minute. Any spell, doesn't matter what level it is. You could in that way have
Three
three
wishes.
9th level. You could go wish, wish, wish. That's insanity!
I wish.
Fuck me. Okay. Boon of the Fire Soul. You have immunity to fire damage, and you can cast Burning Hands at will. Boon of the Night Spirit. While completely in an area of dim light or darkness, you can become invisible as an action. Boon of the Stormborn. You have immunity to lightning and thunder damage, and you can cast Thunderwave at will. Boon of the Unfettered. You have advantage on ability checks made to resist being grappled. In addition, you can use an action to automatically escape a grapple or free yourself of restraints of any kind. That's cool.
After the tentacle,
I
the
do
sound
like
of
that for Nimblefoot. I like that one for Nimblefoot. Boon of True Sight. You have True Sight out to 60 feet. Is that how you got True Sight?
No.
How did you get True Sight?
Divination.
Oh, Divination. How did you get True Sight?
I got it because I'm a paladin.
Okay, great.
Absolutely.
Boon of Undetectability. Nimblefoot's got this. Plus 10 bonus to stealth checks, and you can't be detected or targeted by divination magic, including scrying sensors. Which boon would you like?
Okay. Give me the invincibility one again.
When you take damage from any source, you can reduce that damage to 0 every short rest.
Every long rest.
Short rest.
I thought it was on there.
Nope.
That's better. Spell recall. That's the one I'm going for.
You're going to be so powerful! It's so annoying! Okay, so you've got to write the language down properly, okay? I'm going to dictate it for you. You can cast any spell you know or have prepared. So you don't have to have it prepared.
Oh
Any spell you know without expending a spell slot. But you can only do that every long rest, okay?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go with invincibility.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Not immortality?
I like that one, but you know.
Alright. When you take damage from any source, you can reduce that damage to 0.
I thought if I can automatically hit, I'd like to automatically take no damage.
That is
Wait,
so
that's not-
stupid. Those two boons are so stupid together.
What do you mean?
I hit. Damage.
So you get to say what the damage is, or when that hit is. Obviously, it can be any kind of damage from one attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or anything. You could fall and go, no, I don't take any damage from that fall. I drop 3 miles from the sky. Okay, you die. No, you don't. No, I don't. I take 0 damage from it.
Yeah.
But what I will say is, it is on you. I think this is fair. You have to describe how that effect takes place. It's not like a physical thing. It's not like I take no damage because I just go, It's like, maybe it's something miraculous a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you'll have to explain that.
Right.
Good boons, folks. Compare the power of your characters now to where they were 3.5 years ago.
Yeah.
They're so powerful. And you have lodgings in temple.
Yeah.
Wasn't
I
expecting
rolled
that.
2 ones.
That was good. That's the end of that. When we come back in the next game, we will be doing a little bit of what do you call it? Fast time. What's it called? Downtime. A little bit of downtime because it's 41 days.
Yeah.
So what I'll be wanting you to think about while you're away is what you want to do in that downtime in terms of what you want to investigate and know, what you want to try and see and observe, who you want to try and influence and impact on, what things you want to get and achieve. All right? Nice one. Good game.
GG.
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 GG.